Let's see if the chat box is working. Yeah, that's working. I think everything else is in order. Facebook can go away. That's there. This is here. Oh, we're rocking. Right, so we'll start with Jackie's still there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm all good. I'm just logging into PTCGO.
I'm gonna start with Gengar because I want to.
I wonder if Ben's watching.
Me and the guys at Team Scoop have come up with something spicy, and we want something.
Team Scoop.
we want to do some stuff. We want to do some stuff. Yeah, it's just started. Welcome. The senior Pokemon player. I imagine that's another account from Logan. See. Powerhouse, how's it going? Jake, how's it going?
Jake Beeston's here. Let me just send a message to Ben real quick, because if
it's time.
If Gengar's here, then Ben needs to be.
It's time for Gengar. I've taken out the Metagross line, Jack.
Right, just listen to that sentence, viewers.
I've put a Tauros in. Put a Mew in there as well.
Nice, nice. Tubbs Warner style.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
Okay, we're up against Metagross. This should be an easy matchup.
I've taken out the Metagross line.
Oh, senior player, you're not Logan. Sorry for misquoting or just getting it wrong. Okay, we have the Lele.
Oh, the stream isn't working. I can't see. Ben's reply was genius.
What was it?
It's rude.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
repeat it. I can't repeat it now.
We want these 3 cards. This card is obviously going to be important, but I think these 3 cards are equally important. No, maybe just 2 Ghastly and Coco is fine. It's really important to have Coco in the deck because because Haunter confuses both targets, so you have to retreat your Coco like every turn.
Oh, Ben's hit. Mighty Enna has just started watching.
Okay, let's go for this. Let's go for this. Ben is hype.
He's hyped. He's hyped.
Let's start with some Tauros pressure. It's pretty good against Metagross, right? That'll ride us the first few prizes. Then we'll start confusing him, and it'll all be great.
It's already confusing me.
Oh, Mark, you've come at a perfect time.
Oh dear. Where's your Metagross? It's gone. It's gone, Ben.
I've cut the Metagross line. Oh, he scooped! That's 1-0. Next.
Jot that down. Jot that little stat down.
That's 100% win rate. Let's carry on with that.
Let's close this deck.
Pretty sure his Sycamore got him no more basic Pokemon, and Tauros won us the game turn 1. But
the deck is Gengar based, so
it's a 4-4-3 line of Gengar with no rare candies. That's what we're working with here. That's where I'm at right now. The idea being to Coco spam with the backup of Haunter Confusion for as long as possible.
Listen to these words. Listen to these words.
And when anything gets too big for you, you can just creep show. If
Joe,
I
if you
win 10
intend...
I mean, it's PTCGO, but we'll think a lot more about the deck if we win 10 games with it, right? We've got a turn 1 flying flip here, boys.
How many Lugia or Shauna are in the deck?
0 of both, I'm afraid.
Heavy Tortoise. Evening, how you doing?
There are plenty of memes in here, though, so don't worry. It's a Bridget. Is it going to be a non-EX deck? Oh, I see things that can get devolved. It's another win for us. It's another very early win for us. Fantastic.
I'm amazed that Jack can... Oh, Mark. Oh, Mark. Keep it PG. How many Coco are in the deck?
3.
Oh, baby.
It's got to be 3. It's a huge factor of the deck.
Why do you have 3 Cocos? How did you get 3 Cocos?
For this deck. That's why I got 3.
I bought 3 boxes. Play a 1/1 Meowstic to rearrange the Coco damage. Oh.
That's a good idea. It's a good idea. I might do it.
If Joe wins Worlds with a meme deck, I'll donate my commo.
It's a second win! It's a second concede! It's over! It's over! Okay, we're 2-0.
Can we get some kind of stat on the screen, please, Joe?
He couldn't handle the Coco spam! He sees the Ghastlies and he's like, oh, I do not want to face that.
He loves it.
People haven't even seen the Haunters yet and they're still conceding. Oh man. Broken.
Are people going to be grabbing their Gengars now?
Yep, I've got 8 in real life because I could only pull Gengar apparently. Joe is sold for Indy. Illuminati confirmed. Rip is top 22. All the reactions. Deary me.
Oh dear. The Air Hideous, thank you for joining us.
Rushing to trade before the Gengar spike. So what's actually the bad matchups for this deck? Let's try and think of some actual bad matchups, because I can't think of any right now.
What's a bad matchup?
Oh, I started Taurus again.
Just got in. Is that Creepshow Gengar?
Yes. Yes, it is. Starters we need to go on. This is Magma Base all over again. Ooh, Vika Bulu. This should be okay. We need some confusion flips in this matchup, I feel. But we'll have some turns to do stuff. Espioniacs. I don't feel like Bridget is that strong here because we don't have any other supporter. Am I going to DC Sycamore here?
Garbdramper.
I think DC Sycamore is fine.
Jess is in here. Hello.
If Grubbin had...
Bad matchups. Everything from tiers 1 to 100. Whoa. It's a lot of tiers.
If Grubbin had 60 HP, I'd sit on this hand, but it doesn't. I think we just have to Lele for Sycamore here.
Mark thought he was the clown channel. Nah, that's us.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's always been us.
You missed 8 minutes and you see a Haunter. Oh, I'm in a good mood today, so I thought I'd kick off with the memes. I'm not going to pretend beat around the bush here. We all know they're going to...
worse. Yeah. He hasn't started in a bad mood and wants to build up to the good mood. He started in a good mood and wants to go into the bad mood.
Yeah.
So far he's 2-0.
Yeah. We're 2-0 so far with Haunter. What is this? This is Haunter Coco. This
isn't even the weirdest Gengar Coco. The weirdest build of this that we've had.
No, this is like my safe build.
So done.
The Vulpix isn't putting in work, but we have started with Tauros 2 of our 3 games so far. And we have 4 free retreaters in the deck with 3 Coco and a Mew. So maybe that's why we're not getting much work done with it, but I thought I blocked Dark Integral.
Does Joe still beat Jack with these meme decks? I mean, this deck doesn't have that bad a matchups, so probably.
Broken. Let's Horn Attack for 30. That's the exact amount we need. It's over.
I don't even know what half of these cards do. Like, what does the Ghastly do?
Poisons. I
Oh,
think.
so you can eat.
Oh, on a coin flip, it poisons and sends asleep.
Ooh.
I know, it's over. I told you it's over.
None of you listened to me. I told you.
Just
Let's
when
see if I've got any Gengars.
Just when you thought it wasn't over, it's
I
over.
don't own any Gengars.
Gutted.
Trade.
Right, so the idea next turn is to bench Vulpix, Floatstone active, confuse both, retreat into Vulpix and Beacon, and force him to GX attack on an Alolan Vulpix. That's the plan here.
Let's go for trades. I'm getting Gengar.
Okay, we start with good old Gothic Fear. Let's get Vulpix down.
There's none for trade either.
Man, Bulu hates getting confused as well. Its retreat cost is so big. This is so gross.
What set is it in? Break point?
Break. What is that? Breakthrough? Yeah, breakthrough. We're gonna get another ghastly setup here. I'm gonna imagine the worst case scenario, which is you have a good deck. Yeah, this guy knows. He knows. He knows what's in store. He knows what's in store.
Was that the chat or was that the
This is the guy we're up against.
Oh, it's so beautiful. He knows exactly what's up.
Surprised he hasn't scooped yet. It's already turned through. I mean, what does he do here? What does the Bulu even do here? They play like 2 Floatstone, right? He's having to like charge up with Bulu just to pay retreat on it. I feel so sad for the guy. Is he going to flip the coin for Tapping Wilderness here, boys? Is he going to do it? He could lose the game on this flip, this turn. Oh, hold on. He's got Coco. Okay. He has Coco. He hasn't manually attached yet. There's VS Seeker for N. Okay. As long as it's not a Lysander, this is still fine. This is still absolutely fine. Joe, where's the Absol tech? Yeah, we might have to fit that in. I think bench space is quite premium for the list, though. Look at me trying to actually like think these things through when I'm playing this deck. Did he miss energy?
Don't even lie, Joe. This is a consideration for Indy.
This is definitely a consideration.
Right, let me see if I can catch up with chat. I'm trying to find Gengars, but there's just they're not, people aren't trading them. They know.
Stop opening Tauros and out of bench space. I think Tauros is a pretty important one off of the deck. From my Theorycraft think tank. He actually missed energy, jeez. Jesus. Did we win?
I would spend 1k to play a Gengar theme deck as well. Ben said he'll play it at Liverpool. Oh, yes.
Yes. Come on, guys. Join the hype train.
What else has been said? Mark and Mad Captain. Are those base set Venusaur, Charizard and Blastoise arts in the background? Yeah. On Joe's fireplace.
Indeed.
It's absolute. What do you do if they play Rough Seas?
I play Double Blower.
Bounce and pray?
Only Double Blower. I hit him with Tauros for 60. It's fine.
They Rough Seas it off. You can still creep show them to death.
They Rough Seas, hit themselves with confusion, then kill them. Done. Any other questions?
Didn't think so.
There we go. There we go. Stop trying to poke holes in this strategy because it's not going to work. We have prized 2 Gengar though, which is a problem. So here he has to retreat his Coco and attack with Bulu. I wonder if he can GX attack or not. No, I wonder if he will or not. Joe, have you decided where you're off to this weekend for cups? I'm only going to Reading this weekend because I forgot I actually had a like an office party that I have to be involved with. Mainly because a lot of it's at my house because my dad is like, well, he runs the company. So like we're having like pre-drinks here. So I can't really be like, hi guys, I'm here, but I'm not coming out with everyone.
Are you guys going to look at the new card leaks? We are indeed. A little bit later on, we're going to be looking at all of the new Sun and Moon 3 cards that have been released.
We'll see how it impacts the Gengar deck's viability.
I'm so done. Why am I here?
Decklist, how's it going? Oh god, what is this cheese?
The realist cheese.
Okay, it's going to be a GX attack here. But again, it's only on a non-EX Vulpix, right? He has the GX, he can't not. Also going to Reading. See you there, bud. See you there. Look at him GX attacking a Vulpix. This deck is just so troll. I mean, I don't think we win from this spot. But does it matter? That's the question. Does it matter? What does this do? Poisons and stops retreating. Maybe I can win the game off this. So many ways I can win this game. I want to thin some cards that we're not going to use. Is Aether Paradise a problem? Yes, it obviously is, because I can't flying flip stuff. So if I go flying flip this turn, it's quite bad for us. If I go Taurus this turn, 60 on this guy, come in, respond with Gengar on this guy, but then I have nothing. So I need to be flipping. Okay. We need to flip our way to victory. DC's left. 2. Chargemin wanting to use Marshadow with Bumblebee. Doesn't sound like a great idea, but sure.
Is Marshadow the weakest GX we've seen so far? Like HP wise?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
HP wise.
Card wise though. Oh boy.
Oh, he's going for prizes, is he? He wants to take out Taurus. Thinks that Coco's not the threat. Boy, are you wrong. So he's letting us get another flying flip off. What? This is like how we win the game now. This is so bad from him. This could not be any worse. We'll play cards that we can't use.
I think you can count it as a win when your opponent Tapu Wilderness GX of Vulpix. That's debatable.
That is a win. It's a win for us. Maybe I should play one choice band so I can Lysander KO Shamans with Coco. Maybe.
Ooh. Listen to this spice, guys.
Wasn't spice before until I mentioned that. We need to keep. Do we need to keep Blower anymore? Because I mean, we will. This is the last flying flip we ever have to do, so we can get rid of this. And I want to play N again, I think. Lysander here. What does Lysander do for us? How many lightnings? I'm trying to think if I want to have Lysander. I don't think I do. I think maybe we just thin Bridget. Just play the card. Because we don't really need it. I'll hold N till next turn to try and deny Lysander for game. So we'll go for the flip. As long as he doesn't have Lysander this turn, I think we win. If he does have Lysander this turn, I can start going for Poison Ring, I guess. Stop retreating, but that's probably really bad. I think I spent my Haunters too quickly this game. You think it's lose to Vespi? I have 3 Tapu Kokos and SP on EX. I think I have a really good Vespiquen. Okay, he had Lysander, so I think we've lost every time here. Pretty sure we lose every time. The only way we win now is if they have prize... No, that doesn't work either because he has another float stone. I don't see a win condition now. Maybe just play Devo Spray in here.
There goes the 10-0 dream.
Yeah. Rip the 10-0. I mean, we have lost the game, so that's a thing. Is there
You feel like a winner, right?
Any way to not lose? I mean, not losing this turn by using Poison Ring, I guess.
Yeah, he feels like a winner.
So 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they'll have enough energy in the deck to play around this for too long.
Prize 2 Gengar, so that makes a difference. Very true. Bad prizes.
I mean, it took him to get to 1 prize for us to set up the 30 on everything.
Don't be silly.
Wow, he's putting energy elsewhere. Interesting. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, they normally play 11, right? I don't think they play 12 energy. I think we can win. In a really weird way. I mean, we have to gamble that they don't play 12 energy. Or have Brock in hand, I guess. For quite a few turns. This has 120 left.
When would you just replace Joe to get the sub button on here? We can't have a sub button, Mark. We're not allowed.
Okay.
If this tick gets big, expect Freshwater set to be a £5 card. I mean, a single tech Freshwater set does screw you over a bit, Joe. Right?
Yeah, it's fine. Play 12 energy. Yeah, he plays 12 energy. That's really high for Vikabulu. I could only fit. They play 5 lightning energy? What the hell?
I'd go 7 and 4. I think.
Well, that was fun. Annoyingly, because they play. If they didn't play, if I stayed in Haunter that turn, because they only had 2 lightning to pull from the deck, he couldn't attack us, and I could have kept him there for a lot more turns. So that's a shame. But I think the only time we win there...
Our win condition is for them to not beat us somehow. Yes. Very good win condition.
Let's try that again.
I love how you called it Team Scoop.
Team Scoop.
We haven't scooped a game with it yet. What are you on about?
I did just scoop though.
Team Scoop. Team Omni Scoop.
Razark, welcome. We are playing some memeology already. Oh, again, we had the option to start Tauros. I'm not going to take that option. I'm going to start Ghastly instead.
Plenty gets Raichu, Lycanroc. I haven't really seen this deck in action too much yet.
What the heck is that? Oh, people. Let me educate you.
This is Gengar.
This is Coco Gengar. Obviously.
Oh my goodness me, he didn't have a Raichu.
Why the Mew? Mew is like a 4th Coco, but at the same time we can beacon with Vulpix. So that's why Mew's in here. It's an extra pivot. It's an extra good lead for you. And it can copy Tauros for weakness and KO Garbodors. So it can do a lot. I think we just get these 3. Oh, this game we prize double Haunter. That's sad.
Have you told Maze about this deck, Joe?
No. Don't tell him, guys. There's no need for that.
It's a secret.
There's no need to worry him about these things.
Joe doesn't want to lose his seat in complexity.
We'll do this.
These Eloise emotes.
Joe is so scared. He knows he did wrong. It's okay. Blame it on me. Oh my goodness. Hold on. What's going on here, boys? They've done nothing. Kukui pass, huh? Very good.
Just what we wanted.
I don't want to flying flip this turn. I'm trying to think if I want to confuse him. I don't think I want to. I want to keep the Haunter around. Actually, no, I do want to confuse, I think. Protect the Mew. Threaten Gengar. Oops. Opponent Brit found the win condition. Okay, we got Beacon. We got Beacon going. We got a confused Lele. We got a Gengar next turn. Steven? What are we up against?
Whoa.
And I thought my decks were bad.
What a meme.
For Fairy plus N, what are we up against now? Fairy to Lele and pass, huh? So we're always evolving. I think I'm just going for a Coco here. They're going to N us, so we'll get Hex out of the hand. And
It's a clown down.
Go for a flying flip. Shaolin clown down. Just watch Grandpa vid and you're wondering how the matchup is versus Metagross. I think it's sort of dependent on whether or not they have to use Lele, whether or not they have to beacon a lot. Because we're going to try and deny them very quickly with Drampa and race ahead with the first, like, 4 prizes. The issue comes with the last 2. But if you can KO their Tapu Lele quite quickly, it denies them Tapu Cure for the rest of the game, because that will be your last 2 prizes, if that's the case. So, oh, we're up against Sylveon. Okay. I think we won.
Devolve, devolve, devolve. Or creep show, creep show, creep show.
Our Hex was quite good last turn, accidentally. Can we KO the Eevee this turn? No. Good old Gengar Tapu Koko, indeed.
The classic.
Can't even deal 60 damage, nice deck. It's fine. What can a Sylveon do to this?
If they want to avoid creep show, they genuinely have to max potion after 1 flying flip.
Whoa, he took a knockout on us. Madman.
Oh, my PTG is broken. Luke said he'd be joining us just after 10.
Very good.
So let's get all of this out the way before then.
I think I just want to confuse the Sylveon. Then we'll attack with Gengar because it's got 130 HP. I'm going to attach to this Haunter, I think. Because I want to Sinister Fog. Keep the slot open for Espeon. Maybe I don't attach. No, I'm thinking too far in the future. We can Field Blower this off just because it's potential for their delinquents. Do I want to attach energy here? No, I think we can hold it. Confused, poisoned. Seems decent. In 30 damage, range. Joe's just misplaying, don't blame the deck. This deck loses to Olympia? Who plays Olympia, man? Come on, now you look ridiculous. This deck will win Worlds. No, it won't. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Indianapolis, however.
Indy, however. Incoming. If I had my Metagross Metal Energy techs, yeah, I would be winning this. Oh boy. Oh, God's sake. Creepshow takes his first victim. Da, 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 da. Got him. Joe, have you tested Russell's Vikavolt list at all? I haven't seen Russell's list actually. I haven't read his article on it, but I did test some like straight Vikavolt. Yeah, seemed okay. Seemed okay. Ooh, that's a big pickup for us. Have I tried this with Coco Promo? This plays Coco Promo. I've just filled up my bench with other jank. This does play 3 Coco though. Oh my golly gosh. I mean, we can't carry the Eevee, but we can do 40 to it, and that's like the same thing, right? Boy! See you, Sylveon. Okay. What a joke. We're 3-1 so far, guys. With Gengar. Got ourselves some float stones for our troubles. Let's have maybe one more game if it's long. Maybe 2 games if there are some rage scoops. Which there might well be. So against the non-EX stuff like Zoro and Vespi, we just try and Coco spam then Espeon EX stuff. Against the bigger GX decks, we have to Creepshow. But the fact that Coco plus, like, you gain confusion on 20 to everything, that's so good for helping you rack up damage. It's so annoying for people. It's gross. Yeah, TVR specs, I'm the only one going to Indy.
Yeah,
So I should be focusing on important decks right now. But instead I'm here.
Which you are?
Doing these things. Ooh, we're up against the Gallade Octillery. I again think Aggro Lele is the play here for turn 1. We'll do this, and I'm gonna also just bridge it out the gang. Maybe you'll see me there. Yeah, look out for me. I'm obviously quite noticeable. Can't miss me, really. If you want to find me, you will.
Look for the guy playing Gengar.
It's always a hint. Always the hint.
How many followers do we need to get a sub button? It's either... Oh... It's not to do with followers. Let me see if I can get the thing up.
There's like 3 different criterias, I think.
Yeah.
It involves like how often we stream, how many views we get, and there's a potential to coincide with the YouTube as well. Like if you have X amount of YouTube followers.
I think YouTube will be the way we get it like first.
Yeah. He'll be the one at the top tables with Gengar.
We have to stream at least 3 times a week, which isn't very possible for me and Joe right now. So it's kind of difficult. But you know, we'll get there.
We'll just
Like
go aggro Lele for now.
The fact we're getting more and more follows each week and things like that, it's really helping us out. So
yeah, it does all help.
Doing what you're doing.
Man, we could win again. He only has N. They mallowed and then they instantly end. So weird. They only have Curlier. I think we won the game. I don't know what Curlier does. 30 times the number of heads. That's not going to beat us. What's so good about a subs button? Cash monies. To be quite frank. Oh, he got the double heads.
If however you still want to give us the cash monies, there is a donation link down below.
Great segue.
Wink.
Phenomenal work, Jack.
Winky face. I'm looking now. Yeah, broadcast schedule of at least 3 times a week. I think it's like 15k subscribers on YouTube. So we're nearly halfway there, and it's the kind of thing that snowballs. So you know, we'll get there.
Missed energy drop this turn, which is quite bad for us. But Lele is tearing through this deck right now. Okay, they've got Bridget at least.
Ask Ross to donate some subs. Wow.
I mean, Ross does plug us like every week, so he's doing his part already.
He's probably donated quite a few already, just through, like you say, plugs and stuff. Verix, I'll have a game momentarily. I've just got to check a quick trade that I've been sent.
Are we going to win just by going Lele for like 2 more turns? Quite probably. Still no energy drop is the only thing concerning me at this point.
This aggro Lele deck is pretty good.
It was the intention of this deck the whole time. All this stuff in the background is just to confuse people, and really I'm just going aggro Lele the whole time.
X-Ball was a good attack. Let's announce it each turn.
Have I tried the quad Lele deck? Yeah, I tried it a bit. It's okay. Hex is like really good in the meta right now. But my lists developed into it, as you can imagine, a weird mesh of cards that shouldn't be together. Which is like classic me. Because I wanted to hex every turn, I had to play 4 Energy Lotto, and and cards like that. So
Mad Captain, clip that, please. I need that as some kind of GIF in my life.
What is that sentence?
Had to play for Energy Lotto.
Had to. It wouldn't make sense without it.
If we make a top 10 Spirit Link video, we'll instantly get a sub button. Let's do it, Joe.
That's true, Power Mouse. So many ways to rank it as well. So broken. Right, our opponent's playing lots of cards here. I don't know if they have candy.
Maybe that'll be our April 1st video next year.
Yeah, maybe. Is it not April 1st today?
You'd think.
One would have thought. Okay, we've actually been lured into a long game here, which is where we start losing.
When they start understanding what's going on, that's where it all starts going a little bit wrong.
We have resistance on Gallade, so they have to Kukui to get through us every turn.
The bottom 10 Charizard cards. Oh.
I want to keep this Lele around for certain. I think I don't even want to attack with Coco. I think we just attach to Gengar. Set up. If he comes in with Gallade, then we swing with Lele. Then that's ready for Creepshow. Then he's out of board. At least for now. I need to start finding some stretchers. $80 base for 2 DCE, crying face, yeah. How do I decide what's the worst Charizard? I mean, there's a long list of Charizards that aren't very playable. I guess it would be like the least cared about Charizards would be the bottom 10. Stuff like Charizard G and stuff. The ones that people didn't even want to collect.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Not the level X, just the one that people no one really gave a crap about.
I'm gonna let that one slide. That was my first level X.
Oh yeah, like the level X was a cool card.
Yeah,
it's Tim promo as well, so a lot of people had it. It might still make the top 10 worst list though.
Why are we discussing this? I mean, it's because there's a Creepshow Gengar on the field. That's. I've answered my own question. We've become a meme, Joe.
Become? I was always a meme.
The stream meme team.
Yeah. Expedition non-holo Charizard. Yeah, that's actually an ugly card. I actually know that card because I opened that set.
Expedition Charizard. Let's have a look at this art.
Holo's good. Holo's great.
Yeah, that card isn't nice.
So we do this. Do this.
Team Omni meme. Don't worry, Jack. We still have more decks to go through. Between you and Joe, I think we could just do probably a year's worth of streams just based on memes.
That's the dream.
Listen to this. Listen to this rhyming. Chesnaught break Vikavolt, anyone? Not again.
Dearie me. If we had come up that conversation at 7 in the afternoon, 7 in the evening rather than 1 at night, I would have given it some more thought. But I had to sleep. I only had time for this deck. And look at it. We're 3-1 right now. Top 10 Creepshow Gengar wins. You're making me play that all night right now? Is that what you're making me do? We're going to be 4-1 with this. Guys, come on. Why can't you see what I see? Glory is ahead of us. Okay, so they go Candy Gallade, DCE, Retreat Attack, I guess? They also need Choice Band Kukui though, so they need a lot here. Wait, do they not? Yeah, they Mallow then, so yeah, okay. Top 10 Beetle plays, that'll be an easy one.
Is this game expensive to get into compared to Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm not sure about Magic, but from what I've heard, it's cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh to get into.
Magic is way more expensive than both of those, so
Pokemon is the way forward.
A fairly cheap one.
Top 10 Beetle players. That's just our stream.
There are some cheap Yu-Gi-Oh decks out there, to be fair, but they're just not hugely viable.
Can't make a rogue without breaking out a few bad cards.
Okay.
Oh, this guy plays double Bridget. Oh.
Top 10 redheads.
The online client is free. The code cards to get some of the cards, obviously you can buy to boost your collection a bit quicker, but you can technically run the game completely free to play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we still need to do our idea with Luke and Alex and Tamao in the summer.
Yeah, we do.
Look at this hand. Beautiful. Jackson needs to play Mar Delmis also. Look, do I really?
Yes.
I'm not getting it. I can't. Oh, I don't even know where I have the cards to play at Loughborough this weekend if I go. I don't think I own the cards.
How have I not won yet? I don't know. This is a slow grind. He might have to Lysander Gengar here. But if he does, we can just Lele Bop.
Get the cards then. I'm working on it, kind of. Not really.
He used Curly as attack at one point. Yeah, and I've still not been able to close the game. It's so bad. Oh dear. It's a tight game, guys. It's a tight game.
It could go either way.
It's chess-like at this point.
Plays on plays on plays.
Damn it, Jack.
Do I really have to get these cards?
Yeah.
Am I really gonna have to go out of my way to buy these cards?
Mm-hmm.
Just to deliberately go 05 at a League Cup and waste £20 entry?
Yes. £20?
Nah, it's not. It's like 12, I think.
For where? Loughborough.
Loughborough is usually around 12.
Is that on Saturday?
Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday as well. Okay.
Yeah. That's the same day. The Reading Sunday is alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack's so popular with the normies.
We're normies. Excuse me. Did we just get called non-normies? Why am I not playing Ninetales? Why am I playing Plume?
Why am I still going to lose?
Oh, captain was Luke. Hey, Luke. Can Gallade Auxiliary deal with Haunter's attack at all?
Haunter's attack?
His attack again? Is that the...
Stops retreating and poisons.
Get that Octillery. Grab that Octillery. Throw it into the active.
Throw it in.
Oh, I missed out on 20 damage. Whoops. I mean, Jack, if you're down in Cardiff this Saturday, I have plenty of Victini, Salazzle, Delmace for you. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be making...
Are you telling me that's an offer that you can refuse right now?
It's a long trip.
That's unbelievable.
It is a long trip. I'd love to be there, but it is a long trip. Why doesn't Jack just play Mega Gardy for the same win streak? Right. This was 3 weeks ago, guys.
So true, though.
So triggered. So
I think
triggered.
we play too many ends in this deck. We need to play a 4th Sycamore.
Gotta build Turbo Aggron again. What? Oh my... Oh, Turbo Ag... Okay.
Broken.
Can we do it, Joe?
No.
Why?
There's only room for so many memes in one day.
I'm all memed out. It's pretty funny that Jack would probably do better with Marmol than Mega Gardy. Oh. What are you at me for, Ben? Mega Guardi's got me most of my points this season.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Oh, no.
It's only because you played so few tournaments, though, right?
Yeah. It's yeah, that's pretty much. I've played Mega Guardi, I think 1 or 2 more tournaments than the rest of the decks I've played in, but I've only played 2 tournaments with Volk, 1 with Greninja,
One with Decidueye.
1 with Decidueye, and 3 with Guardi. Oh, and a couple with Quad Lapras.
What? You played actual tournaments with it, or just small ones?
Oh no, I don't mean actual tournaments. I mean like League Cups.
Right.
I played League Cup, the last Lepra League Cup with Quad Lapras.
Did you get points with it?
No, I got it like 11th.
Damn.
Missed top 8.
That's really bad. Was that before or after I took it to Brazil?
Before.
Where were the warnings? Oh, God's sake.
I mean, I beat every. Oh no, the only Decidueye I lost to was him getting Enter 1 and getting a Sycamore. That's difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
I was literally a turn away from winning. Ugh.
League Cups aren't. Well, they are actual tournaments, obviously, but like, I don't know. They don't have the same feel as cities. Cities had more attendance than League Cups did, so they're like, they have a feel of League Challenges to me, but it's just
Yeah, they didn't know they do with me. I feel like League Cups get more players, but it's not that many more.
no.
It's like 5 to 6 more players. Sometimes 10, unless they're the big ones like at regionals, which are like 100-man League Cups, which are just mental.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they feel like just bigger league challenges.
So now both his Gallades are in Espeon EX range. I think we've won the game, finally. This has taken way too long to win a game. I've done it by actually hitting the active like 20 times. And not attacking with Gengar. I think all of our wins we haven't attacked with Gengar yet. Very
Team
good.
Scoop. Team Scoop.
TS. TSTM. Good old Team Scoop. Do it for the team. I like this guy's sleeves are glitching. Alex Dow, welcome. You're seeing Benji, you don't believe that this is a potential indie play? Why not? What's wrong with it? It's broken.
I've been rumbled, I'm out.
Rumbled. And we need to hit an energy next next turn to not have a chance of losing. We can still lose this game. Quite easily, actually.
I'm sure we could.
Naya's TCG. Even. Right. So I think we're actually not in a good spot right now. Oh, we got hexed over end. Interesting. Energy for game. Da, 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 da. Boom. What a miraculous victory. Nice, that took way too long, but we got there. 2-0? No, it's 4-1. It's 4-1 with this deck. Jeez, let's have one more game. One more game.
He's addicted. He loves it.
And then we'll stop. Look at this win rate. Speaks for itself, really. We haven't played many clown decks either. Like, we're playing against actual decks, which is the scariest thing. We've had Tom on Bridget, I think, every game, which is really cool. And maybe a factor in our win rate. I always base my tournaments on PTCGO win rate. I mean, you shouldn't, really, but I'm just saying, you know. Can't hurt, right? We will attach to a Ghastly, I think. Actually, no, we'll just do this. Good turn one. No, this will legit be our last game of the deck. I'll show off the list and we'll make changes if need be, but I think we're already at perfection, to be honest. So
what can be changed?
Adal's confused right now because what clown deck is next? I don't know. See where the night takes us. We've set the bar now, so it can only get lower.
This could only get worse. Almost half of the top 10 Gengar wins vid is guaranteed. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there.
Confusion's really bad here, but we'll just do it for the sake of doing it, because I want to threaten a Gengar. This Coco doesn't get much value. There's no point in us trying to play around Zoroark's damage, so we'll just get another guy out. Actually, potentially we'll hold this for the Lele space. We'll just play the Bridget to get rid of it. Where's the 1/1 Ariados? I genuinely considered it.
I'm so confused. Who's this other Alex?
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably Benji.
Oh. Oh, don't need Lysandre's left. Alex Daddy Dow.
Brilliant. How you like some more confusion, bro? That's what I thought.
Bruh.
You only got one Zoroark out, bud. That's no bueno.
Jack's not going to Madrid, unfortunately.
Try and make him. Why not, Jack?
Busy that weekend.
That's not even an excuse.
Plus money and stuff.
Oh, what is that? Such a hollow.
Do you want to pay?
No.
Yeah, there you go then.
I'm paying to travel to other tournaments.
Razor Leaf.
I commit this energy.
South Africa this weekend. What's in South Africa this weekend? A regional?
I can only imagine.
A cup? Is Nitish going to a cup?
Maybe.
What type is Marshadow?
Fighting Dark. Or Fighting Ghost. Yeah, Fighting Ghost.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, look at that flip. Unbelievable.
Oh, it's a special? Cool. Makes sense. I assumed it'd be a special or a regional, yeah.
No energy attachment sucks, but we've already lost a stretcher. I want to keep these confusions around because they're really funny.
After this, do you want to take a look at some Sun and Moon 3 stuff?
Yeah.
Looks like they've got a lot of the set now.
Really? Even more than earlier?
It looks... Well, I don't know that they've got particularly any more cards, but they've put it all into like the set order.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll be able to look at everything together.
Nice. I think I need energy right now. I don't think I'm desperate for energy. I want to keep having confusions.
You're only invited when you win a regional. You're more than welcome to hop into Skype, Alex.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
No,
I'll invite you, Alex.
Definitely is invited.
I mean, I invited you, Alex. Joe doesn't want you here, so, you know, I tried.
One thing doesn't bode well for our Coco plan. And that's the fact that...
The Tamao and Mango show tomorrow.
Actually, I don't even want to play this. I want to sit tomorrow away. Confusion just gets bad from this point. So we'll just say no.
Might get the viewers up.
We need to try and pull... Oh, Steely9790 is following. Thanks so much. We need to try and pull SB on one of our prizes. Do I need to add Dow? Is it the right Alex that's saying that he wants to join, or is it not?
I've got no idea. Alex, message me on Facebook if you want to join. They can't have hacked the Facebook as well. Oh no, he said no. Okay, cool.
Savage.
He said add the fake one.
That's jokes.
Oh, we've got a new Kingdra line.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Love Kingdra.
It's a shame.
Wait, isn't this the set with the new Gyarados that's like the old one but bad?
What?
Have you not seen the Gyarados?
Maybe I've forgotten about it, but I don't.
50 damage times each Magikarp in your discard pile, boys.
Oh yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, it's real bad. If it was like 80, oh boy, I'd be busted.
Right, did Drampa get himself a DCE? Let's find out. Let's read on.
Jack, I've never seen people so bad. I've never seen people being so bad at Pokemon Association. I won. I wasn't bad.
That's the saddest thing about the whole thing. Everyone was terrible.
I won based on knowing 7 Pokemon. I know 7 Pokemon.
As many as 7.
No, I don't think I did too badly.
I mean, everyone did terribly. So.
But I couldn't properly express myself because those 2 were bad, so I couldn't, I couldn't carry on.
Couldn't demonstrate, yeah.
Exactly.
Strengths.
I had hundreds of Pokemon in the bag.
I hear ya.
Right?
I mean, you're clearly lying. Anyone who's listened to the thing can know that, right?
Nah, sure. I think I did alright. What a meme.
Oh, I hit DCE. Uh-oh. You're the best out of a very poor bunch. True that. Okay.
What are these sends this week?
We're in a bit of trouble here. Hopefully it doesn't have energy, I think is our win condition at this point, which is gross. Can't see another line. Let's hope.
We'd actually seen a lot of this set already. Wow.
Pretty sure we've lost the game. Well, this deck is bad. But wasn't it fun try to not be bad, huh?
Is it bad or is it just not good?
No, it's not good. And it is bad. But
it's both not good and bad.
Here's the list. I think I'm taking out the Vulpix. It didn't do enough. I still kind of like Mew. Seems cute, but maybe it needs to go.
The issue you've got, Joe, is you've got a good deck with a bad list.
Yeah, that's probably the issue, right? We didn't have
problems. Ben, help us out.
It's the list as if anyone wanted it.
Ben has genuinely just messaged me on Facebook asking for the list.
Need a way to put damage on the active without attacking.
Decidui?
101 Decidui line.
We considered it, boys.
With some candies. What else puts damage on the active? Ariados. Absol. Yeah. Thing is, every game, I want to have bench space for more Haunters. Put in rare candies. I don't think the speed... Oh, Golbat's a good one. Golbat could fit. Because it's a free retreater as well, which I like.
Look at them all, Joe.
With sweep across.
They all laughed at us. Now they're all helping us.
I mean, what's your definition of help?
They're all trying to help us, Joe.
Decidueye Rainbow Energy. Maybe we just play a thin Gengar line in an actual Decidueye deck. Oh, confusion with Decidueye sounds so dumb. Needs Magma Base? Oh, I'm kind of against playing Magma Base. So often countered.
Yeah, it feels like it needs to be proactive damage rather than reactive.
I kind of like Tauros because he puts the initial pokes on things quite a lot.
Joe, why is this happening?
What have you made? Made a mess. We need big Malasada in the deck. I like helping Kappa. Vikavolt GX attack. Oh my god.
Wait a second.
That's like all my Cocos at once, right? Hashtag bring back the Metagross. No, the energy attachments hasn't been the issue for this deck. That's what I thought it was going to be, but...
If you weren't here at the start of the stream, guys, we explained that this also had a Metagross line in it to start with.
Maybe it's this. Espeon GX is actually a good shout, like a really good shout. It's more confusion as well. Yeah, let's play Espeon Gengar.
Confusion.deck.
Why is Joe looking at Alakazam? Put that away. Gengar Zam has to be the clunkiest version. Let's try evolutions, shall we? I still like having some Coco in here because I want to like retreat between my guys. Actually, we can just play Stadium instead now, right? Okay. Let's play 3-3 Espeon GX. We've got the 3-3-3 Gengar, I think is enough. 3-3-2? No, 3-3, yeah. We'll stick with that. Taurus can go. We'll fit some stadiums in over the floats. Actually, I think we'll still play 2 float.
The Air Hideous's comment.
What is it?
You can't full caps. You can't just put evolutions in everything and try and make things work. That it doesn't work that way. we do like evolutions over at OmniPoke HQ, but it actually does make sense here because confusion plus psychic types plus dropping counters. Like we do all of those things. Play one off Psyduck for even more confusion.
All the confusion. Play Baby Hooper. I think Coco is still better than Baby Hooper. You need Lugia and Shauna. I mean, this doesn't even look horrible, does it? Does this look horrible? It's probably really horrible.
It looks cleaner than the last list.
Remove the Gengar from Wob. Yeah, Wob is Espeon Wob's a good deck.
Full caps Talon Break.
Don't ask questions you don't know the answers. Oh god.
Ben, this was you. This is all you.
Do I go down to 2 Espeon? What do we think?
In favour of what?
I had an idea for a card that I wanted to weave in. I've forgotten it. Oh yeah, Choice Band. I want to play like 1 Choice Band. No, maybe it's not better than just GX attacking. Deck would be better if you could remove 60.
Chaos. Forgot Chaos Tower so you don't confuse yourself.
No, we have Alter, so we can move between our Espeons. It's fine.
If you really want to go full clown, play a 1/1 Hypno line and all-night party.
All night. No, good night babies, right? Oh, all
Yeah,
night parties.
the
The stadium
as well. Yeah.
Okay, that'll do for Team Scoop for today. 4 out of 7. Not bad.
Team Scoop will be back in action next week, possibly.
Right, let's look at Espeon Garb.
Is this what happens when Jack doesn't prepare the stream?
I actually had a request from some people to start the day by playing a deck so that their friend could see the list. So I was actually requested to play a rogue to start off with.
Did you miss the Sun and Moon 3 rundown? No, we're going to be doing it in a few minutes.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I queued into a game. We'll have this game, then we'll do the review.
Yeah.
Let me get Poker Beach up. Oh, is it my turn? What are we up against?
This set's pretty relevant because it's going to be the Worlds format.
Yeah.
And much like last year, there's going to be no tournaments pre-Worlds. So it's going to be legal. So some testing is going to have to be done.
For sure. Oh yeah, it has been all organised. Cool. Okay, we're up against Tramper Garb. This will be a close game, I feel.
What are you playing, sorry?
Espeon Garb.
Oof. Some cool Pokemon being printed again in the set. Got the Electros line back. Kingdra. Gyarados. Tangrowth. Dusknoir. Oh, Toxicroak.
We'll get to it all.
Love these Pokemon.
I didn't even know that there was ladder rankings.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is it just the speed at which you ladder up?
Well, I've never got to. I don't know whether you carry on gaining points after you get to like 2K. So it might be how many lightning bolts you've got up like post 2K. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's actually it's the page before the CP rankings.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
It's there's like a quick menu to the CP rankings, and that starts on the PTGO ladder rankings, or at least it used to.
That's so weird.
Oh, it's lightning bolts per week.
Per week.
That's interesting. Okay, I thought it may be like per season or 3-week season thing that they do.
Bolts you got in the week?
Ursaring GX when? That'd be pretty cool. Ursaring.
Do you get more bolts for winning games, or is it
You
just
get 10
participation?
You get 10 bolts for winning, 15 bolts for winning a game where your opponent has the advantage, and no bolts for losing.
How do they calculate advantage?
It's to do with win rate plus typing, I think. So if you've got a deck with a good win rate, plus you your opponent's Pokemon are weak to your Pokemon.
Right.
Sorry, the other way around, then you'd get the advantage.
Yeah.
But it literally doesn't mean anything. There's been games where I'm pretty sure I've queued into a Gardy. No, I've queued into a Mewtwo as Gardy, and they've had the advantage.
Right.
So I don't think it's particularly relevant. I could be wrong, though. I don't know for sure that that's how they do it. I'm against Haxorus.
Aren't we all?
I don't know what to do, Joe. What do I do?
It's the Gengar effect. Just don't know how to play around it.
Suppose I find Plume, right?
Oh, you're playing Decklist?
Yeah. Ninetales wasn't drawing very well for me earlier, so I thought I'd try and cheese some people out with Plume instead.
Trees McGee's. What am I doing with this hand, huh?
We're getting Ultra Beast in Sun and Moon 4, right? Yes, but isn't Necrozma an Ultra Beast too? Isn't Necrozma an Ultra Beast? I still haven't finished the game, if I'm honest.
He's not an Ultra Beast, I don't think.
Is it just a legendary?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I still haven't finished the game.
I could be wrong. I've not caught Necrozma. I've not got that far either. I gave up. Well, not gave up, but just stopped playing.
I need to finish the game before Liverpool, so we can actually have our battle, Joe.
Yeah, that's why I stopped, because you.
I was like, yeah, still haven't finished it. Where's my DS? Where's my DS? I'll put it on charge. I'll get it charging now. Should be a new PTCGO format for meme decks only. We'd be the top of that ladder. Wait, is this the Dragon Dance Haxorus? Yeah, I'm against the Dragon Dance Haxorus. You are correct.
Meme format. I'd be so good at that. S1 Wob top tier. Oh, why didn't I bench that Trubbish? That's annoying. Oops.
I mean, the set isn't exciting, or maybe it's because Guardian Rhino is such a good set. There's still a lot of good cards in this set, for sure. I'm still hyped. Getting 3 Noivern GX ASAP. To be honest, I'm surprised Joe hasn't tried to make Lugia Break work. Have you ever tried to make Lugia Break work?
No. It's a shame.
I know it's 4 energy, but I don't remember what it does.
150, I think. With the discard of energy.
Yeah.
I think that'll be why.
Yeah.
Right, our opponent's been dead drawing. So let's just hope that he doesn't have Gardevoir Energy Choice Band. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 160's worth, so he needs Choice Band or Kukui here. Okay, they have Ultra Ball for Lele. That's a problem. That's a problem.
See you later, Power Mouse. Thank you for joining us.
But at least he had to Ultra Ball, so now we can respond on his Garb with our Garb.
Other top tier decks are Energy Keeper, Carbink, and Lapras, and Gengar.
Oh man, I like the viewers who just know the history of OmniPoke now. Just well enough to rattle these things off. Just for memes. And N isn't that likely that it'll hit Choice Band, Garb, and Energy. It's not like guaranteed.
Right.
Cheers, Power Mouse, for stopping by.
I don't know how much HP Haxorus has.
Oricori Houndoom's been doing numbers recently. Good news. Good news.
The first Guardians Rising pack I opened, viewers, it had a reverse Oricorio and a rare Oricorio. I was so triggered.
Is it a sign?
I was so triggered. I was just done with the game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got 160, not 150. Misplay. No. No. Haxorus has 160 HP.
It does.
Oh.
What have you done?
means I've got to spend an extra snipe on this dude. That's rubbish. That's trubbish. He can't have another Haxorus under Plume Lock, can he? Don't be silly.
We'll KO the bench Trubbish to keep this one trapped. Maybe force a discard. Or a float stone or something. And we'll put the rest of the counters on Lele. It's 30 damage, so we can respond with our Lele in the back.
Jack is Haxorus better than Goodra. I mean, it does 160 for 2 with a choice band, which is pretty good. Are you the Oricorio Mill guy, Jack? I don't want to be known as the Oricorio Mill guy, please.
You never played it.
Exactly.
Never even played it. I'm the Oricorio Mill guy.
This is why I don't want to be known as it.
I'll take that mantle.
I'll take one for the team, guys.
Gladly. Haven't you heard it's the Bidiff?
I've heard something.
Dear me. I'm so bad at drinking on stream. I get distracted. Playing a game, reading, laughing, all at once. Jeez.
Did you play the Talonflame Break Greninja deck that made top 4?
Haven't seen the list, thankfully.
Everyone's just saying about me playing Delmise. I'm gonna have to do it.
Donate for Delmise.
I'm not comfortable opening a PO box just for Delmise pieces.
Why not?
I don't want to play it.
It's a noble cause.
What did I play in Birmingham? I played what's the deck called?
Decidueye Ninetales.
Decidueye Ninetales, that one, yeah. And got top 32.
Oh, did we miss Choice Band? Sadness. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We can still get that with our own garb though.
Missed the Revitalizer.
I guess we just play cards that we can't play anymore. Can't get any usage out of because N is probably incoming. I think we've wrapped it up though in a nice little bow. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So he has to go Drampa, right? But he hasn't got any energy on board, so Drampa won't win him the game. He doesn't even end us. That's crazy. Well, he loses every time with this play, so we'll take it. How much of Amanda Shift do you think you'll see? I don't know what Amanda Shift.
A meta shift?
A meta shift? Yeah, that makes sense. Between NA and Liverpool. Oh, massive! There's a different set that's come out.
No, there's not.
Oh, Liverpool. Sorry. I'm dumb. Not massive.
It's not even. There's a set being released.
Sorry, I was thinking about the last international. That was dumb. So Liverpool's after North American, right?
Yeah.
Everyone will just look at NA results, and that will be not necessarily the meta, but it's what everyone will be looking towards to make their own deck choice. Europe typically tries to counter stuff. So if there's an out-and-out winning deck, it'll try and probably be countered. Otherwise, people will follow the crowd, more or less. Right, let's have a look at some Sun and Moon 3 stuff.
Oh.
Do I have a display capture?
He used Dragon Dance. Haxorus used Dragon Dance.
That's definitely not it. Where's my thing? Why is display capture not working? This is a weird one. Right, let's try and delete this and start again. Add. Display capture. Add existing.
260 for 2, yeah, exactly.
Haha, that worked.
He's willing to play other memes, but not Komodo Reshi. Max Potion.
There we go. Right, we're there. Sun and Moon 3. Did you see the fighting rainbow? Don't know what that means, but sure. And light consuming darkness. Let's go.
Okay, I'm finishing a game off while we play, so I'll.
Okay. Right. Butterfree has bye-bye healing for a grass energy, which heals all damage from all of your Pokemon, then shuffles itself and all cards back into your deck. This is actually Primarina's GX attack for a single grass energy on a Pokemon that can evolve up via Forest or via its own Metapods and Caterpies in a single turn. So, will it be a 1/1/1 tech in a Decidueye deck? Almost definitely not. This will see no play. But it's a cool card. It's cool that it has a GX attack on just a non-EX Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I'd prefer it was an optional shuffle. Having to shuffle itself back in is like kind of annoying. Because it's hard for you to get all the pieces out at once. If it was like a colourless card that still had Signs of Evolution, you could like Winona, find all 3 pieces, put them all down at once, and then cycle it. But we don't have anything like that for grass types.
You've got to really put some search cards into it to be able to do that.
Like even Decidueye that plays like 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Level Ball, it's like too niche. Plus, the turn that you do the healing, you shuffle yourself back in, so you have to retreat to something else anyway. So really, you need 2 damage targets to ever get value from this. Because you imagine that then something else gets a hit. So it's a lot of work for not enough payoff.
If it wasn't optional, it would just be a better GX attack, so that couldn't happen. But it's on a different card. Like, it couldn't happen on Primarina, sure, but that's because I'm gonna say Primarina's got a good attack here.
Chill.
Primarina's got another attack that you may consider using, whereas this card, like, you're never going to use Stun Spore, really.
Yeah, we're just saying what it would need to be a playable card, basically. Trying to explain why it's not a playable card and what it would have to be in order to be one. Right.
Yeah.
Tangler and Tangrowth are both really bad. Wimpod is, like, so good because we already know how good Gliscopod is, right? So having the ability Wimp out during your first turn, this has a 0 retreat cost. That's like really good. Please zoom in. Okay. How do I even zoom in? I'm such a old man as well. Here we go. I found things. Haha. I'm a wizard. I'm an absolute wizard. Okay. Yeah, Wimpod having free retreat on your first turn is really cool. Because it means you can move into the text that you would be playing with Gliscopod. Because we'll see in a minute that it's much better if you can like move between things. So Wimpod basically grants you access to turn 1 Wobbuffet like a lot more. which is like really good. And the other things that you'll be playing, like you might be playing Alolan Vulpix, for example. To move into that, we've seen how good that can be. For evolution type decks, you can move into Coco for just extra, so you have like effectively 5-6 free retreats in your deck, which gives you a lot of optimal leads. So it's just an extra ability that's like a bonus for the deck. Gardevoir GX is a very good card in this set. 210 HP grass type. Fire weakness is probably one of the only things holding it back right now. Its 3 retreat cost is kind of mitigated by the fact that you have to remember that Acerola's in the set and his own attacks can move him out the active, so bear that in mind. For 1 grass energy, you do 30 and 90 more if this Pokemon became your active during this turn. So 120 up to 150 with Choice Band. Can go to 170 with Kukui or with the grass Lurantis.
Yep.
So this can potentially get 1-hit KOs for 1 energy, which is how I foresee the deck to be played.
Initially, I wasn't too sold on this card, but the fact it's only 1 energy for 117, and then you can bounce it back, you can like fully heal it, you can really cycle this card. I think the card's really good. Yeah,
I agree. I think a turn 1 Bridget play of like Fomantis, and what's this guy called? Wimpod.
Starting Wimpod as well.
This is gonna be really good for you. Or even just like Wimpod, Vulpix, moving into Vulpix, beaconing, guaranteeing a turn 2. Anything that can't hit 210 in a turn is gonna just fall prey to Acerola spam, because you can pick everything up, attach, move back into the active. That's why I feel like you'll probably play Coco just as a pivot, or like a Mew or something like that. So I feel that's all really, really good stuff. His other attacks are also decent. Armor Press for 100 during your opponent's next turn. It takes 20 less damage from attacks. So maybe if there are decks like Tapu Bulu that can hit 210, you can go for Armor Presses and push them back out of 1-hit KO range, which is pretty cool. It's the same for Ninetales, so this reduction is actually a big deal as well, because then you can still do Acerola plays for prize denial. And Cut Cross GX is 150, switches Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. This is the big 1-hit KO, like even on some bigger stuff when you have Choice Band. So the idea I'm seeing is you're going for like sometimes 1-shots, mainly 2-shots with the first attack whilst you're prize denying. And then you go for Crosscut for 1 big 1-hit KO. And you have the option to switch into like a Wobbuffet. I don't think it'll be heavily Wobbuffet focused, depending on the meta. If it's like a really ability heavy meta, it might be important.
Yeah.
Slow down Volks maybe, but I still think you really lose Volk. And with the, someone's already mentioned, the Lysander switch guy is going to be like a big factor for this to work. Guzma chooses one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, just like Lysander would, takes it to the active, but then you also have a Gust effect on your own side. So it's like an escape rope, but you're choosing your opponent's target as well as your own, and that is obviously going to combo with this deck as well, to mean that you can move between your Galicipods. So yeah, there's combos here for sure.
I don't think it's insane, but I think it's quite good.
It depends just how heavy the 1-hit KO meta is, and how many other decks will be abusing Acerola themselves. I'm foreseeing a lot of decks to abuse Acerola. So if Gallicipod is just narrowly missing 1-hits, it's a complete waste, because people will just Acerola.
Yeah.
But anyway, right, let's look at Magikarp. Bounce aside. 10 damage with a coin if heads prevent any attacks including damage on this Pokemon. It's a improvement on current Magikarp. Oh no, it's not, because it's a water cost. Okay, ignore me. Terrible card. Gyarados.
Oh, I'm so sad this card is bad.
Yeah.
This card is what got me into the game. The old version of this card.
The old one, yeah. It's kind of what brought us together in a way as well.
Yeah. But they had to give it a DCE cost and had to make it only do 50 rather than 60.
Yeah, blast apart 50 times the amount of Magikarp in your discard pile. 150 HP on a stage 1 is really, really good. Like,
yes.
really good. But its damage output isn't fantastic. Really, you can only afford to have 2 Magikarp in your discard pile, because unlike the old Gyarados, we don't have, what's it called,
Rescue
Dimension Value.
Rescue, well, yeah, Broken Time Space.
Broken Time Space, sorry,
but,
yeah.
Rescue Energy as well, yeah.
So, you always have to have 1 Magikarp on your bench, 1 Gyarados active. So you're doing 100 for a DC, and we know that that's really bad for a DC attacker. You'll never get to Splash Burn, so don't even worry about it. It also kills all your Magikarps, so it loses you the game, even if you want to put 4 energy on. Simipour. 50 move 1 water energy from this Pokemon to your bench. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's never going to see play. Like, it's just not enough damage. Bruxish is also quite bad. Potentially, this is the Gyarados counter by putting 20 to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's the same type, but again, it's a lot of energy.
I misread the card. I thought it did 20 more damage to the active for each Pokemon on the bench that was the same type. Okay, that's fair.
But I think, again, terrible.
Yeah, I don't think it's 3 energy. You can't have a tech attacker that's 3 energy.
Boy Game is asking why 1 Carp on the bench, because when your Gyarados gets knocked out, you run out of attackers all game. So, yeah. Pikachu, cool artwork. Not as good as the other Pikachus that we currently have.
No.
Raichu, 110 HP is actually really annoying, because you want to use this guy, if ever, as a tech in other Raichu decks. So having 110 HP just doesn't fit the archetype, because you want the whole deck to be levelable, searchable. The ability...
That's so weird.
Yeah. When you play this card from your hand to evolve, you may leave your opponent's active paralyzed, which is a very good ability.
But only when the card's levelable, searchable.
Yeah, only when the card itself is searchable. Otherwise, it would probably see play in the Raichu archetype. Regardless, Raichu does its best work because it one-hit KO stuff. And if your deck is functioning well, you won't need paralysis on your side. And there's no point in paralyzing something and then hitting it for a 2-hit KO, because people have Acerola now. So if you're not getting a 1-hit KO in this format, it's really, really bad for you. So remember that. And your alternative option is to paralyze and pass. And again, that sounds really bad. So
it's not what Raichu wants to do.
This will see very little play.
If that's the play, then you Lycanroc something you can knock out.
Yeah, easy. And also, yeah, it has 1 retreat, which is also really bad. Tynamo. Bad. Electric. Bad.
I miss old Electric.
Electros. 50 can't retreat. Why does this have fighting weakness? It has levitate in the games.
It should be it should have no weakness.
Damn it, Pokemon. Okay, Vacuum Volt does 80. You can do an additional 80.
They're just assuming ability locks out.
Yeah. If
everyone's playing Garb.
80 to one of your own Pokemon. 80 to one of your own.
It's a really interesting effect, I think.
Should we play Electros Tauros? Broken. But no, really, really bad. Really bad. Survivor, I think, is in Expanded a really good card. As long as this Pokemon's in play, place an additional damage counter on your opponent's poison Pokemon between turns.
And is stackable.
So I'm imagining Toad, Laser, Survivor is going to be like a really good archetype in Expanded.
That just makes me shiver.
Yeah. So you can go Toad for 30, Choice Band to 60, Force of Vipers to 100, Laser Bank to 130 with a Quaking Punch. That's really good.
So you're 2-shotting literally everything in the format. You're 1-shotting anything with, 200? Because unless they move, going back into your turn, they're getting knocked out. So if they've got 200 HP or less, they have to move. and you're item locking them, and it's for a DCE.
Sounds quite good. It does sound quite good. I'll admit that.
Yeah, that's a. Oh, someone's already mentioned the Duskull dab. Someone beat me to it.
Oh damn! There it is.
Look at this Duskull dab.
Broken, and he's cross-eyed. Oh no, he has one eye. I've literally never noticed that he only has one eye.
Yeah, it's one eye.
Why does he have two eye holes if he has one eye?
Don't ask me.
I've never noticed that from this Pokemon before. Dab Skull.
Dab
One Punch Toad. Yeah. Okay. Put one basic Pokemon for your discard pile onto your bench is really good.
Keeps you cycling a basic Pokemon game and lets you discard stuff early game and not be punished.
Yeah, it helps you get the gang together. Basically, turn 1 you want to discard a Duskull so you can Dark Guide. Maybe your active gets knocked out.
Guarantee a turn 2 Dusknoir.
But guarantee, yeah, some more dudes. Dusclops has decent attacks as well. I believe it helps the other guy. Oh no, it doesn't actually. It's not that good. Put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon in play for a Psychic. But that means the deck already has inbuilt Gyarados counter, which is quite cool. I imagine you'd probably.
I think Gyarados struggles against this deck anyway, right? It's non-EX.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then Dusknoir, I really like this card. I don't think it'll see a huge amount of play.
Yeah, okay. That's where I'm at. I think the card is really cool, but I can't see it anywhere.
It's so creative though. I really like it. 150 HP Psychic type, weak to Dark is an issue. Because Darkrai gains the GX and that's really good for the deck. But at the same time, Darkrai has to worry about Marshadow now, so we'll get to that in a moment. But the ability is Dark Circle. Once during a turn, you may look at your opponent's hand. This is already really strong. It's Gumshoe's GX's ability.
But better.
But you also get to put a basic Pokemon you find there onto your opponent's bench and put 3 damage counters on that Pokemon. So...
this deck does not lose to...
This deck beats Gyarados every time.
Look at your opponent's hand, take a prize on a Magikarp.
Yeah. But just putting 3 counters on things is really good as well. It sets other decks in range sometimes of knockouts. Especially this deck, actually, it puts things into range.
Wait, this is the passive damage for Gengar.
Oh my god. Done it. We done it, guys.
Oh, this is the you get a Lele, you kill it. You get a Shaman, you kill it.
Why can't the Mind Jack cost be the same as Zoroark? This card would be really good if it had the same attack cost as Zoroark. It's unfortunate that it's not. The trade-off for being 1 extra energy is that you get to do 20 more base damage, which isn't a fair trade-off. And you're also on a stage 2 instead of a stage 1, so whatever. But yeah, 30 plus 30 more for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. You can manipulate it with your own ability, so there'll pretty much always be 5 in there, I would imagine. You can deny people Lele support and stuff for late game, which is a thing.
That's so cool. So this Dusknoir counters current Gyarados, but the new Gyarados counters this Dusknoir.
Why is that? I've forgotten what the Gyarados does.
They just kill your Carps, they go to the discard, then you do 150 as Gyarados to knock this thing out because they've killed your Carps. That's genius. This
is something I didn't think of. Would this ever be a one-of in the other Gyarados deck, just for like your last Gyarados attack? Maybe it is, huh?
Ooh.
You can do 180. Maybe we overlooked that, but I think you almost never play it because Gyarados can get, like the other Gyarados can always get his damage back.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, this is a cool card. I don't think you can ever have it as an attacker, but as we're seeing more and more of, people are actually trying to fit evolutions into decks now because you can bridge it so often.
Yeah, the format's only going to slow down.
So maybe this guy just sits here in a like Zoroark deck or something, or Honchkrow, yeah, something like that. But that's about it. I don't think you can build him as an attacker because his cost is too heavy. Toxicroak, 30 and poison is bad. Yeah, this card is quite bad. Really expensive for a stage 1 attack cost. That's gross. Necrozma GX. Is this the first GX we're talking about? Yeah.
Golisopod.
Oh yeah, Golisopod. Whoops. Right. It's a Psychic type, weak to Psychic. Bear that in mind. Gardevoir isn't going anywhere. That's a problem. Straight away for the deck. It's a basic with the ability End of Light. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from colourless Pokemon. Right now, in terms of attackers, that's quite good. Obviously, Drampa's a card. You can't get Sky Return bounced. You don't have to be worried about Ninja Boy Mad Bull. It's a good ability to have.
Ray is an archetype floating around.
Yeah, Ray, definitely. Interesting.
I think colourless is the best type for it to be, because a lot of the time tech attackers are colourless as well.
Yeah, true. Prism Burst for 3 colourless energy does 10 damage, and you discard all psychic energy attached to this Pokemon and deal 60 more for each energy discarded in this way. So it has to discard all, so you're doing 190 if you have all psychics on you. Potentially you can just do 10 damage for free energy if you want to play non-psychic energy.
If you want to lose at Pokemon.
Which is quite funny. That's got to be the worst attack we've ever seen if you don't actually have psychic energy on you. But yeah, 190 is good damage. I guess that's 220, which also catches like a whole extra bit of catchment area on like megas and such. So that's quite funny.
The biggest issue I have is the reload.
Yeah, there's not much reload for psychics.
Reload?
Yeah. You'd imagine that you'd be like elixiring and stuff to get it going in the first place, but you just don't have enough support for psychics to carry on going. You can't really.
There's no real Xerneas for psychics or anything.
Yeah, and like psychic DCE sounds bad because then you're only doing 100 with a choice band each turn, discarding the one psychic. Yeah, it's really average. Darkrai GX does 100 to each of your opponent's EX and GX Pokemon. What do you think about this attack, Jack?
I think it's a real good like finisher off attack, and against things like we're seeing more and more things like Decidueye and Ninetales. So doing that into an Espeon is going to be real good because it's going to pretty much wipe out all of their attackers, plus take 3 to 4 prizes against decks like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Shaman's rotating, but it's convenient. It doesn't do 110 for Shaman destruction as well.
Yeah.
Which means I think the attack is bad.
Do we ever build Coco Necrozma and just go for full spread?
I don't. So you need 4 turns of Coco to be able to deal with most EXs, right?
Yeah.
I think we have our answer.
There you go, everyone. I actually think Necrozma's quite bad overall.
Yeah, I'm not sold. I think if we had reload for Psychic, this card would be really good.
Yeah. Because
it'd feel like you could. It'd feel like a deck that can, tank a hit. It's the kind of Acerola thing again, I guess. Even if it's like only bench support, energy-wise, you Prism Burst, take 2 prizes. This either tanks a hit or dies, and then you either Acerola or just promote your new one and Prism Burst and take 2 prizes, and you just repeat that. But because there's no real energy support for Psychics, I feel like you're lucky to get 2 big Prism Bursts off in the game, and I don't think you can win a game through that because you still need to take another 2 prizes minimum.
Yeah, for sure. Right, let's move on. Rhyperior is the return of an old Rhyperior from Diamond and Pearl base set, I think it was, I want to say. Maybe it wasn't base set. No, not Diamond and Pearl base, it was...
Here comes Joe's old DP knowledge.
Oh, Christ. Can't even remember.
I want to say Secret Wonders.
It was the base set?
Oh, no. Ben said base set.
Okay, cool. I'm a genius. Right.
I knew it all along.
Mountain removal. When you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, during your turn, you may discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Mill is potentially looking better because we will be seeing Charizard GX as an option. We have a lot of supporter disruption cards in the format right now. We have Devo Spray, we have Acerola, we have a lot of things to respam this. You don't care about its attack or its retreat or its HP, like it's just the ability of this card you care about. I personally think it's still too clunky. I think if I'm gonna build a mill deck, it'll be about a card we discuss later on.
Yeah, I think this is too. I think the fact it's a stage 2 and it's only 3 cards. Yeah, your opponent's gonna be slowing down. Your opponent's gonna be going through their deck, but like you need to then pair this with some kind of attacker or something to put in the active. So I don't think the card's good enough.
Aggron never worked. I wasn't playing enough in Dynapel to know that Rhyperior worked, but I'm pretty certain it didn't. So this ability hasn't worked in the past. Even with some good support we have, I think it's still too slow for Mill. Marshadow GX is an interesting one. This is going to take a while to talk about, I feel.
Oh, this card. I think this is my favourite card of the set.
Really?
I don't think
it's that good.
Not because it's amazing, just because it's really interesting. I think the ability is really, really creative.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't mean playability wise. I have another card for that. Don't worry. But yeah, this ability is really, really interesting. We haven't got a particularly good way. Like, there's no compressor in the format, stuff like that. So it's not like the old Lost World mechanic where you just throw a load of stuff in the Lost World and just copy whatever you need for that game. I don't really see that as this kind of. I don't really see this card as that kind of card. But I think you mentioned it earlier with Darkrai on the stream, and you also mentioned it to me. I see this as more of a tech attacker for specific matchups. Darkrai is the one that sticks out, for mirror, because you just bop the mirror if you're playing one Marshadow and they're not. It's that you need 5 energy, or 4, you need 5 energy, whereas they need 9 or 8. Sorry, no, it's not even. You need 4 energy and they need 8. So you just win through having weakness.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's pre-choice band as well.
I mean, choice band makes it easy for them to response KO, right? You would imagine.
50. They need 5. They need 5 energy plus choice band. You need. So they need 3 extra energy plus choice band. You need 20, 40, 60, 90. No, actually, with a choice band and 2 energy, you knock out a Darkrai.
Yeah. You only need 2 energy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
So it's the hyper aggressive early game, right? That's where Marshadow comes in.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. I think if I'm playing Darkrai with the GX, I think I'm already playing for Ultra Ball for Acrobike. To get the discards. So I can see Marshadow getting procced quite quickly.
Yeah. Everyone's saying it's a liability. You just don't get it out in the matchups. You don't 150 HP is bad, but you just don't. You don't bench it.
I think it's vital. I think it's important because it's a card that hits for a different weakness and has a different weakness. So against 2 archetypes, it'll help you out just in terms of typing. I think it'll be like a one-of in Drampa decks and Darkrai decks. I think Darkrai really appreciates having a 5th Darkrai, because so many times you prize a Darkrai and you're really sad because you're having to EXP share like Shaman or Lele, and that really sucks for you.
Prize a Darkrai and then Ultra Ball went away early or whatever.
Yeah, so that's quite annoying. Other things that you can copy, Beaconed is really good. Mad Bull, really good to copy.
Yeah.
The only thing, as Jack said earlier, it's hard to. We don't have enough discard mechanics right now. We don't have compressor in standard. So it's hard to manipulate the ideal attackers that you want in the early game. So I don't think this is a one-of in everything. It's really similar to Mew, right? The Fates Collide baby Mew.
Yeah, definitely.
What you gain from Mew is you become a single prize Pokemon. So you're trying to skew the prize trade, taking big attacks on a non-EX, right? That's why Mew's seen play previously.
Yeah.
Marshadow will see play for a different reason, mainly just for typing.
This will be much more matchup based.
Yeah.
Do you think in expanded, we ever see a Marshadow box?
Yeah, probably. Almost definitely. Because compressor just means you will steal the best 3 attacks in the game, or have the option to steal the best 3 attacks in the game. Night March being one of them, almost definitely.
Oh, that's gross.
I mean, you're a GX copying Night March, so it's not that good. Like it's marginally
still,
better than Mew EX, right?
But this is yeah. But this is like another 3 Night Marches that don't have Night March written on them, but can still Night March.
Yeah. It's a damage buff for the deck, which is.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. I was thinking of like Toad, just a load of DCE based attackers.
Yeah. No. I think it will play Toad. I think Night March can play 1 Toad now if you're playing Marshadow.
Oh baby.
I think it'd be like a 2 in Night March. Probably.
Mm.
You play like 1 Toad, maybe even Vulpix. Vulpix is like a good enough card to play, even in Expanded. Because that's like 40 damage for you next turn with a Sycamore. I mean, it's probably way too slow, right? You're probably already hitting 180, so maybe not the Vulpix. But it means that even under item lock, you can be like, cool, I'll beacon out my Combee and Vespiquen and try and counter you. But anyway, yeah,
What's Night March? Night March was a deck from or it's now expanded. It was popular last format. You discard a load of Pokemon with Night March on the text, and then for a DCE you do 20 times the amount of Pokemon that you've discarded.
Night Marshadow. Yeah. We haven't mentioned its other attacks.
It's because I don't think they're relevant.
Yeah, Beatdown is really weak, and
it's not even that weak. It's just costs 3 actual energy.
Yeah, even with like, if you want to go for like Carbink strong energy route, I don't think it's good enough. You may as well just play Zygarde, or Lycanroc. 100 Fishes GX does 50 times the amount of basic energy attached to this Pokemon, so it's Lurantis' GX attack, right?
Yeah.
Still not great. It has to be basic energy as well, which is anti-synergy if you want to go for a fighting route. So I don't think you'll ever play it for its own attacks.
Yeah, I think if this was colorless, it'd be real good. But yeah, like you say, because it's fighting as well. But I'd still really like the card. I think the cards, and I think the art is just awesome.
Yeah.
The little fists.
So this is a worse Alolan Rattata than the one we currently have. The other one can do 10 for free, I think.
But this could do 60 for 1 in 2 turns.
40 HP Pokemon. Okay. Alolan Raticate, 120 HP, Dark type, 2 attacks. First is colorless. Reinforced Fang for 10. If this Pokemon has a tool attached, 50 more damage. And then...
So that's a free 90 damage.
Yeah, with a Choice Band.
With a Choice Band.
On EX and GX Pokemon. Potentially on 4 different type coverages because of evolutions.
Oh.
For 180.
That's real good. For no energy.
For no energy.
You can run a 0 energy deck again.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Do you think this is actually a good deck?
That's consistent.
Yeah.
I think it's better now I've remembered evolutions are in the format. It literally depends on the format though. If there's not enough decks, if you can't guarantee enough wins through type coverage, then it's not good.
Yeah, 90 for none isn't.
90 for none isn't good, which is weird to say, but it's just not powerful enough. I don't think you can chain them well enough.
So does this guy go into a deck that already plays like a low energy cost just to like finish things? Just be like, oh hey, you tried to end me, but I've got game on board because
I can do 90 for 1.
Yeah.
90 for free.
If we're saying we've established we are not building Raticate EVs. Like, do you think this guy, either you sit with him in the active while you build up energy attachments onto your bench guys for big attacks, or do you keep him as like a 1/1 line in Vespiquen because people like it's a similar way that you're end proof with Oranguru. You have your remaining bit of damage with this guy.
I could only see it ever in a deck like Vespiquen or like Raichu or something, which just needs a lot of Pokemon anyway. I don't think I can ever see this as X/Raticate deck. I think I can only ever see it in a deck that naturally needs a lot of Pokemon anyway, which probably means no.
Mm-hmm. I think its
But-
retreat cost is a big limiting factor for it.
Oh my god, that's 3.
Yeah. Because, like,
that's not 0 or 1.
Yes, you can attack for free, but you can't, like, move into your next guy very easily. Unless you're doing, like, the Lysander thing. The Guzma thing.
Yeah.
Maybe in Zorodramper? Yeah, I can see that. I can see, like, a, maybe just Zoroark Rats. I think the card is quite good, though. I think it's being underrated. Like, comparing it to Yanmega, which, I mean, obviously it did well in Worlds for seniors, but there was, like, one person piloting the deck. Yanmega's not been that great, because its free thing is via an ability, which makes it situational, and you need to have a low hand side, which is also situational.
Yeah.
So this is a free attack a lot more often, that you're getting 2 shots on things. So I think the card will see play. I just don't know what in yet.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I can back that. I think 1 for 90 is good enough. Or 0 for 90 is good enough. It's just where I think that's why I can only see it at the moment in like a B deck or like a. I can kind of see it in Raichu somewhat.
I think I like it differently to you. I like it in the fact that you can be pressuring damage whilst committing energy to other attackers. I think that's where it's most important. You can play some like 3 energy attacking GX Pokemon and stuff and be like, cool, just sitting here prodding away while
I've managed to take 2 prizes setting up my other attacker just through
similar to
this Pokemon having a Alolan in its name.
Similar to Yanmega Magnezone, right? Where you're building the big guy on the bench whilst you're still pressuring early.
Oh, this is the new Megazone.
Potentially.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the card. Okay. Rolts. This is actually the worst Rolts that we have. We have one that can deal 10 damage rather than heal 10 for himself. Gardevoir GX.
Oh baby.
I'm
back in love with Gardevoir again.
I think this is my favourite card of the set so far.
I think it's mine too.
Other than Guzma, maybe.
He doesn't count. He's a trainer.
230 HP, Fairy type, Stage 2. Bear in mind, it is a Stage 2, guys. But we've seen from things like Magnezone how we, not Magnezone, Metagross, how we can make it work. How we can build this card by having Lele's, Bridget's, and Vulpix support.
Yeah.
It has the ability Fountain of Secrets. Once during a turn, you attach a fairy from hand to one of your Pokemon. Now, attaching energy from hand is actually like the worst way to attach energy. You'd much rather from deck or discard. But this is still powerful, and
means you just have to run more energy.
Well, I don't know.
Well, we'll
see the support. We'll see the support for it.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna say we haven't talked lists yet, but
yeah,
I've got. Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, it means that you can get an extra 30 per turn, right? You have a lot of more burst potential because of his attacks. The first is Infinite Force, which sounds familiar, because it does 30 times the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. It's a really, really good attack. It is obviously an insane attack. It's X-Ball, but 30 times instead of 20 times.
Oh, Razak said it's not that good. This card is beautiful.
I don't know about it being worse or better than Metagross. I think it's better than Metagross. Metagross is still really ability reliant. This has an ability that's really good, but I can also see this deck functioning like
off of 1 energy.
Off of 1 energy, yeah. You can sit there with a choice band and be like,
against the Decidueye, that's 1 for 150.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, quite good. 1 for 150 is good.
Yeah, and then Twilight GX, search your discard pile for 10 cards, change your opponent, shuffle them into your deck. Now, imagine how often you get end after Hollow Hunting. Well, how about you get 7 more cards? You know, just 10 cards is a huge amount.
It's shuffled them in though, rather than Hollow Hunt.
I know, but like I'd say a good 60% of the time after you see your opponent Hollow Hunt, you're going to be looking to N.
Right. I see.
So that's fine. Just take an extra 7 good outs.
I think what's important about this is it means you can change your deck to be built in a really wacky way and still work. Because you basically...
I'm going to say, the way you described the deck to me when we first saw this card, my jaw dropped.
Because you basically have trump card for exactly the cards you want back into your deck, right? So you can just play like 4 Acrobike, 4 Ultra Ball. You can play like 4 Random Receiver. You can play whatever you want in this deck.
You guys remember trump card, right? That card that that card that started the ban list. You know that card, right?
Oh yeah, and someone's saying, obviously the important thing, against Gardevoir you can put 10 items back and basically reset their damage to 0, which is very good.
And that.
Against mill decks you can recover 10 cards. So if someone tries our GX attacks, you can completely stonewall counter it, which is hilarious. But yeah, this GX attack is really good. You will be using it a lot. I'm again foreseeing potentially, like Metagross, you can fit in like 1 or 2 Max Potion, and they can be targets that you shuffle back into your deck.
Yep.
Energy will be targets you shuffle back in because you're Max Potioning.
1 energy potentially as well. Like I think the thing that I like the most about this card is, yes, you can throw 3 or 4 energy on this relatively easily through abilities and be doing 120, like be taking one shot knockouts, but also you can function off of 1 energy, which means that you can Max Potion, like they have to hit 230, or you can Max Potion and just attach another energy and just happily 2-shot things, like all day. It's just
really, really good. What else is there? Resistance to Dark is still really relevant for Darkrai. Yep. Weakness to Metal is a problem if Metagross remains. But because of Gliscopod, I'm kind of thinking Fire will be on the radar for Worlds. So maybe it depends how hype Gardy gets. Like the line between Gliscopod getting hype and Gardy getting hype. The more Gardy gets hype, it's kind of like a bad thing for Metagross and Gliscopod, right? So that's something that we'll have to keep track of as we see the full set develop and how testing actually goes. But I feel Gardy itself in a vacuum is just really strong. You can also play Gallade in here as well for Premonition if you really want to, as like a one-off.
Ooh.
And you can obviously attach. You can attach Fair Energy as well to it because it's got 2 colorless cost.
Yeah.
So you can use him as your non-EX to skew prize trade if you want to.
Oh,
and you gain Premonition, which is quite cool.
Yeah, I'm sold. Like this card is good. Yeah. And I want 14.
I want them.
I want them now. I haven't seen the full art yet. I want to see the full art. I haven't been impressed with the full art so far, but it is Gardy, so I'm willing to be persuaded.
Right, Angry reacts only for Kirkham's Zygarde, which is terrible.
This card is so bad.
Look at the attack cost: Dark Fairy and DCE for 150, and then you have to discard the Dark and Fairy. Like,
and everyone was saying, as soon as they saw this card, everyone online was saying, "Oh, guaranteed double dragon reprint." Where's the double dragon in this set, guys?
We haven't seen the full thing yet.
There's no space for it.
Is there not?
No.
Gross.
We've seen all the trainers.
Oh, gross.
So, rip.
Yeah.
Rip dreams.
Right. Does DC add 60? Hold on, let's read the card. Yeah, DC does add 60 to Gardevoir GX's attacks. So, there you go. You'd have to have Fairy DC, but that's absolutely fine. You probably will be playing DC in the deck.
Fairy DCE for 90 plus more, plus for 120 plus more.
Like, we also have Xerneas. We have like a lot of Fairy support, right? We have Fairy Gun if we even want that. But this only has a 1 retreat cost anyway. Like, there's a lot of support for this card. There's even more further down, I think. Porygon has really cool artwork. I really like this card. Porygon Z has the ability Reformat. When you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may devolve each of your opponent's evolved Pokemon, putting the higher stage back into your opponent's hand. So it's Espeon EX's attack, but on an ability, but it's stage 2, and because it's a stage 2, this card probably won't ever see play. I don't feel.
No.
It's way too easy just to SP on EX right now, so we'll just go for that line instead. Beware. I mean, Ross has made videos, so we'll just move on. Torment Spray. Choose one of your opponent's hand. Sorry, choose one. Choose one of the hand. Choose a card from their hand. And reveal it. If supporter, your opponent discards that card. If not, put it back into the hand. I don't see this being good, right?
No, I don't know why I'd run this card.
Like the sort of idea is that they have a 4-card hand, you delinquent them and then play this card. But if they have Lele, Shaman, or VS Seeker, they still get around you. So really bad, really bad.
Yay!
Scoop Up Reprint, it's back.
Finally,
it changes the format. I'm not happy about it, but
are you not?
No.
Are you not?
It just means that the whole format now has to be 1-hit KO based.
Yeah.
Or item lock. Like, this just makes Noivern better, because so many decks will be playing 4 scoop ups now. I really don't like it.
Noivern's only good for like 3 weeks, though.
It changes games. Scoop up is like such a game-changing card on a coin flip.
I agree with you, but I'm at the point where it's such a stupid card that I'm just going to have to roll with it then.
Yeah, like there's no point moaning about it. I'm just saying that the game is in a good place right now.
Yeah, it doesn't need
place.
Why
add skill up? No one has ever been pleased that skill up's in the format.
I genuinely think this is the longest time we've been without scoop up as well, right?
It's
usually in base sets.
Yeah, sometimes. Maybe not the longest patch, but
it was well, the last set it was in was fighting Furious Fists.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Okay, Guzma, it's actually been put next to the Glisopod.
they were revealed together.
Oh, right, okay. Switch your opponent's active. Oh, go on.
But yeah, sorry, go on.
Switch your opponent's active with one of their bench Pokemon. That part is familiar, that's Lysander. But it has the caveat, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Now, I feel in general, Guzma is a better card than Lysander.
That was my question. I was going to say, do you think this is a better card than Lysander, or?
I think in some decks, you will still choose to play Lysander. Maybe a split of 1-1. In some decks, you will go all Guzma. In some decks, you'll go all Lysander. I have hated the fact that I've had to play Olympia in decks. So having Guzma as a switch card that is also a game-winning card is amazing. Like, we don't have to play Olympia ever again, I feel.
No, probably not.
Switching in some circumstances will be either unimpactful because you're playing Coco or other free retreaters.
Floatstones,
stadiums, all that sort of stuff. Or it'll help you, like Guzma. Sorry, not Guzma. Glisopod. Or just moving into new attackers, you know? You've been elixiring to the bench, you've got to get it active, boom. Just how we've seen, like, with Aquabox. It has Manaphy so that it can elixir, Aqua Patch a bunch, then move into the active. Like, this is helpful for, like, Ninetales and such, right? So, I think in some decks, Guzma will overtake Lysander completely, but not in every deck. It'll be horses for causes.
Yeah.
Horses for courses, not causes. I can't even talk today.
The other thing is, we've got to remember Lysander rotates as well. So this keeps quote unquote Lysander in format.
Yeah, very good. Right, Wick is the supporter that each player shuffles their hand and draws the same number of cards that they had. I think this is really poor. You're normally using supporters to gain hand advantage. From what you've already done, and if you have a large hand size, either you want to be using other supporters like Guzma, Lysander, or like you shouldn't have, like, your hand has to be really bad to want to use Wick if you have a high hand size. So
yeah,
really bad, and there's no benefit to keeping your opponent's hand the same size. It's not a disruption supporter. So I think it serves zero purpose.
Yeah, there's been like one or two situations where I've had to end and been like, oh, they're on a 2-card hand. This is sad, but like more often than not, just end and go for more cards and what you want and stuff.
But
You know,
typically,
it probably punishes you as much as it rewards you. So
typically, if you want to end, it's because you have like a 3-card hand remaining and you've used everything else up, right?
yeah,
I don't think I'd ever want to wick. Not for a while, at least. Anyway. Okay, Po Town. Let's go down to Po Town. When either player plays a card from their hand to evolve, place 3 counters on that Pokemon. What do you think about this?
obviously the format's looking more and more evolution based, but it kind of feels like magma based in that people are running 1 to 2 field blower now, so this probably doesn't get much value a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of those reactive stadiums as well. It's like Ultra of the Sun compared to Ultra of the Moon. Your opponent has the opportunity to deal with it, rather than it benefiting you, it potentially hurting them. So yeah, I don't think it's particularly strong.
Yeah, I think it's really passive, as you say. I think it's like worse than even like Faded Town and stuff. Because Faded Town is at least a +20 against the deck you want it to be. This is trying to counter evolutions, but it just doesn't really do it. And obviously, if you're playing an evolution deck, you can't really play the stadium.
Yeah.
Good for Drampa, some people are saying. Right, you think this is the activated that you want for Gardevoir? I think that's much slower. Much slower than just Magma Base.
I mean, Magma base rotates, I guess, but
Yeah, maybe this keeps Drampa alive post-rotation.
maybe.
I don't see huge value in this card. Even though I see evolutions being really good. It's quite troll against a Decidueye, right? But they need Forest to even evolve in the first place a lot of the time, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, the card's not great.
Yeah.
There's full arts.
Look at this full art Guardy. Oh.
Yeah, that Guardy's cool. Then what we got?
Gold Scoop Up and Gold Stretcher.
Gold Stretcher.
Gold Fairy Energy.
I like Stretcher so much as a card, I might have to get Gold Stretchers. It's such a good card. Love it. Okay, right. Did you see the Fighting Rainbow? Let's have a look at this stuff. Oddish and Gloom. We now have better Oddishes and Glooms, which is cool. You can poison things, which I believe is better than dealing 10 damage. And you can confuse things, which is helpful if you are in a pinch. So we've got improved lower forms of Vileplume. This Vileplume has the ability Bitter Pollen, and everyone can exhale calmly as you read on that it is not ability lock continued.
I knew it. I kind of knew it wasn't gonna be, because there would have been such a kickback from Verbank and I hadn't seen it. But all I saw this morning was Vileplume with an ability, and I just I was like, please, no. It's going in 2 months' time. We don't want to keep it.
Yeah, this is a much safer ability for the format. If this Pokemon is your active, your opponent's basic Pokemon can't attack. So it's like a safeguard effect, right?
Yeah.
But it's more overarching than previous safeguards, and that's because this is a stage 2. And unfortunately, its own attacks are terrible. Down a shock. 60, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active is now asleep. If tails, they're confused. Doesn't matter if they're asleep or confused if they can't hit you. If it's an evolution deck,
that's a very good point.
If it's an evolution deck, they're out hitting you anyway. So the attack's really, really bad.
I think this is just a worse Alolan Ninetales as well.
I think the card is just terrible. Really, really terrible.
Like Alolan Ninetales is a stage 1 that, yes, it doesn't cover all basics, but there's not that many basics that aren't GX or EXs.
Expanded Plume with Archeops. I mean, you have to get out an Archeops on... I don't know. I mean, every deck plays Hex already, right? And people play Wally and Evo Soda. I think we'll get around it. The fact that this has to be active is terrible. Really terrible.
So we're saying
Strafe
expanded plume with Archeops and Strafe. Yeah, someone just said it's Strafe.
Strafe Plume. Way too clunky for a Strafe target.
Strafe Plume Archeops in expanded. Someone make it happen.
Heracross has an ability which says, if this Pokemon would be knocked out by your opponent's attack, flip a coin if heads. It's not knocked out, and instead its HP becomes 10. Its retreat cost is 2, which is annoying, because at first I saw this card and I thought potential Strafe target.
Ooh, yeah.
But
Decidueye's still a card.
Really meh. I mean,
Snipes are a thing if it ever lives through the ability.
Yeah, but like
the attack isn't good enough for it to see play.
Yeah, it would never see play as an attacker, right? But as a basic 120 HP Pokemon, it's not bad to move into.
Yeah, I guess the retreat is the biggest thing. You're right.
I mean, if it had free retreat, it would be bonkers, right?
Yes.
So yeah, potentially a Strafe target, but I would say probably not.
Really relies on Floatstone.
Yeah, or Guzma.
Oh yeah, Guzma.
You know, Guzma, but you can't Guzma every turn, and you don't want to every turn. Araquanid is a grass type that has water all over the picture, and yet is weak to fire. Let's move on. That's all I have to say about the card. Charizard GX. Big money card. I want to make use of him in a deck. And it involves Fire-type Oricorio, so Jack, you can finally get value from those cards.
Yeah.
High fives all around. Oricorio is a sorry, not Oricorio. Charizard GX is a 200.
Oricorio GX.
It's a 250 HP Stage 2 Pokemon, and that is really, really big. It has Wing Attack for 3 colorless for 70, and that's terrible.
This is a straight upgrade from the EX, which was 3 for 60.
3 for 60 becomes 3 for 70.
You only have to go through Charmander and Charmeleon to get there.
Raging Out GX is...
He's missing out the attack completely.
Oh yeah, sorry. Crimson Storm is absolute shite. You will not play. You will not use this attack. Even with the fire supporter guy, you're not playing it for this. We're playing Oricorio Charizard Mill, guys. That's what we're doing here. We're playing Oricorio Houndoom with a 2/2/2 Charizard line, obviously. And we're going Raging Out GX. Discard the top 10 cards from your opponent's deck. Do people not understand how big of a deal a 10 card just destruction is?
Next time you're playing I've started to notice it. Next time you're playing PTGO, just look at your deck size at the towards turn 6, 7 of the game. It's going to be 10, 11, 12 up to 15, 20-ish. That's wiping out half the deck. Like minimum.
Yeah. It's a huge discard. The biggest discard we've ever seen on a Pokemon. The amount of times decks get close to milling, even when they're not against a mill deck, just makes me think, jeez, this is the finisher that people a lot of the time can't play around very well.
I'm gonna copy it with Zoroark.
I mean, I think that's fine because the deck already has like enough mill to win.
Yeah.
Even if they're copying your Houndoom like the whole game, you just have like support. But anyway, Gardevoir Charizard.
Gardevoir GX hard counters it. It's even more of a hard counter because they discard a random 10. Guardy picks from those 10 the 5 or 6 it wants plus 4 it's already used.
Yeah. So Oricorio, Houndoom, Charizard doesn't have a great Guardy. I'll admit that.
I'll put that on the table.
I'll put that out there now. Also bad against like Greninja, Aquabox, that is Aquabox. Ninetales. These are all bad matchups, right? But 10 card discard, guys. Let's make memes happen, shall we? Join hands and let's make memes. Okay. Ho-Oh GX has 3 attacks. Sacred Fire does 50 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. For Fire DCE, that is really weak. That is the same as Ninetales, but for an extra energy. I mean, it is a basic, but still. Phoenix Burn, again, really weak card. 3 fire and a colorless for 180, and you can't use it next turn. Even with the support of whatever that guy is called. I can't remember his name. Can you remember? The supporter?
Kiawe?
Is it Kiawe?
Yeah, Kiawe.
Yeah, there you go. Even with, like, so Kiawe turn 1, then Phoenix Burn turn 2. Like, 180 turn 2 is good, right? You have good typing. 190 HP is not bad. It's actually quite good, because a lot of things cap at 180. So maybe there's something here. Maybe I'm underselling Phoenix Burn. The thing is, you can only really set up 1, and then you have elixirs after that. Plus, you need to somehow get a lot of energy in your discard pile early. Okay, yeah, this card is quite bad.
I'm not a fan.
It's not better than Volk, and it's not better than Turtonator, right? As an attacker. Let's remember those things. Eternal Light GX. Put 3 of any combination of Fire, EX, or GX Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench.
I can already see the Ross video.
I think he's already made it.
Wow. I perhaps just haven't seen it.
Yeah, maybe. So the EXs and GXs that we'll want to pull out.
Incineroar, Incineroar, Incineroar.
Yeah, I think Incineroar and Mega Houndoom EX are our best options to pull out. You're having to commit 3 energy just to get this sort of thing, and if you're only getting things like Incineroar, it's really not good enough. So, ta-da! Currently, this card will not see play, but if more GX Pokemon come out, it could see play. Remember, it's clearly not worth getting Charizard because you play Charizard for his GX attack, not for Crimson Storm or Wing Attack. So, I thought Ho-Ho Charizard could have been an archetype, but the Charizard is just so anti-synergistic with Ho-Ho, it doesn't make any sense. Mega Camerupt, yeah, that's another one. If you want to go down that route. Simisear does 50 and attaches a fire from your discard to one of your benched. Not good enough. Heatmore. Flip 2 coins for each head, search your discard pile for a card and put it into your hand. So it's similar to Junk Hunt if you flip 2 heads. We have Flip Teeny. Junk Hunt limited to items, whereas this can get any card. But you're flipping coins, so it's really bad. And it's a DCE, not a single energy, which is really bad. And you have a DCE retreat cost, which is really bad.
Let's move on.
Next.
Oh, my boy.
Horsey has question mark HP and deals 10 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Cool. This is actually synergistic with the Kingdra.
Yeah, I'm going to say these are actually relevant.
Water Arrow does 30 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Good. 80 HP. So Level Ball, Dive Ball, these things work. And we have Kingdra. First thing I need to say about Kingdra is it's weak to grass. This is potentially a huge problem because of Vespiquen and Golisopod and Bulu, which is a shame for this card because I really like the design of it.
However,
yeah, it's a 140 HP, stage 2, 2 attacks, both costing a single colorless, a single water energy.
In good Kingdra fashion, only 1 energy needed.
Yeah, I don't know why they've associated Kingdra with this, but he's had this sort of thing for a while. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon with counters on it and deal 90 to it. So this can be active or bench. It's a big amount of damage for 1 energy for sure. Do you like that attack? Is it good? Is it good enough?
A snipe for 90 is really good.
Yeah.
Especially when I can actually see it being where you want with Water Arrow. Like turn 1 Water Arrow is fine as long as you've got a spare Horsey on the bench. Turn 1 Water Arrow is fine. Especially as Kingdra only costs 1 energy as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, the attack's really good. Oh, it's so annoying because I know I'm going to say how good this card is, and it's still going to be bad.
Well, I think it can only be rogue tier because of its weakness, and it's a stage 2.
Yeah.
But I like its efficiency. The other attack is 90.
I really like it.
Discard the energy to deal 30 to one of your opponent's bench. So again, this sets up future Brines with Kingdra. Puts the 30 on a Shaman so you can snipe it later. Does things like that, which is cool. I don't think 90 is enough, personally.
No, which is so sad because I think this card is so cool.
I think they could have buffed this guy higher.
What line do you think it would have to be at for it to be playable?
I think it would be 100 snipe and like 150 for Tornado Shot. No, sorry, 130. 130.
One for 130 is a lot though.
But it's a stage 2 that's weak to grass.
But they don't ever take weakness into account, I don't feel.
I know, but it's a stage 2.
But 1 for 130.
That's really not crazy.
What format are we in here? Yeah, I mean, it's only ever going to be Rogue tier.
Yeah, Rogue
tier. Which is
tier.
sad.
Get in the Rogue tier, Kingdra. I want to pull it anyway, though, because it's a cool artwork. I wish we could zoom in on it.
Someone's just said to me, Decidueye Kingdra. Oh, the spice. If you can get that consistent, then... Oh,
Let me save you some time. You can't.
It's probably difficult, to be fair, yeah.
Okay. Azumarill has thick fat, which is cool. That's it. Wobbuffet, also bad. Whirlipede, bad. Scolipede, very bad. Palossand is finally a psychic type, and guess what, guys? It's bad.
I think it's interesting. I think it's bad, but I think it's interesting.
Discard all cards attached to both players active. I mean, when are you benefiting more than your opponent here? You're discarding 4 energy from yourself. That's terrible.
That's bad.
It's terrible.
Why is everyone saying thick? And oh, is it because of Azumarill?
Yeah.
Oh.
Meme, cool art meme. Yeah, so far the set's not actually that good right now, I don't feel. Definitely not as strong as last set, but I mean, that's impossible because last set was the most bonkers set we've ever had, so.
Yeah.
Lucario is a stage 1 fighting type with Determination as the ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, you may prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon. Doesn't matter. His attack is terrible. Next.
Yeah.
Crabominable is an interesting one. Stage 1 with 140 HP, which is again very, very good for a stage 1. It's
in the games. Is this guy tanky? Just out of interest?
I think so. I think it's quite tanky. It has Guts Hammer. For a fighting energy, you do 80, and this Pokemon does damage to itself equal to the number of damage counters already on it. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. You need to not have counters on yourself, basically. Well, less than 70, right? If you have 70 damage or more, you cannot use Guts Hammer.
Well, you can.
You should never use Guts Hammer if you have 70 damage on yourself.
If
you're winning the game.
If you're taking a knockout on an EX.
Yeah, but then it becomes a 2 for 2 anyway, because they then come in with the next guy and get the second. You'd have to be KOing them every single turn.
To be fair, I would like to see a deck that does 70 damage to a Crabominable.
Yes.
Not more.
I mean, you already win the game if you're doing 70 to Crabominable.
Try it again.
Abominable Snowmanable.
Good, that'll do.
Stoke Mandible.
Oh.
Okay. But this guy, I always get lured in by stage 1 fighting types for some reason. I remember trying to convince myself that Gliscor could work.
Yes.
But Guts Hammer's different. 80 base, much easier to achieve. So that's 100 base with a choice with a strong energy, 130 base with a choice band. I mean, 130 is not very good.
No.
Next. Alolan Grimer has Multiply. Search your deck for an Alolan Grimer and put it onto your bench. Very, very good free attack.
Yeah, really like this attack.
Very good free attack.
Guarantee a turn 2 muck.
And it can
Speaking of
confuse
which,
stuff, which is cool.
yeah.
Alolan Muck GX, 220 HP Dark type, weak to fighting, which is a problem potentially because of Marshadow. Resistance to Psychic is good though, and it has Chemical Press for a Dark DCE, 10 base and 70 more for each special condition affecting your opponent's active. So we have Ariados, we have Salazzle, we have, what else is there?
Salazzle.
Haunter, let's not forget that guy. What else?
We're really trying over here, Joe. We're really trying.
Laser Bank is expanded.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else can do things? Hypno, thank you.
I think Salazzle's the best one.
Salazzle. Do we build around his first attack, do you think?
I think it's the best part of the card,
Okay.
personally. I don't actually think the card is too good.
No, I think this card is really bad as well.
I don't think it's really bad,
Oh, I think it's really bad.
but I don't think it's particularly good.
I'll tell you why it's really bad in a minute. Well, obviously its energy attack cost is quite bad.
I mean, is it to do with that GX attack? Because that's horrible.
The GX attack is, even though it's a free GX attack, it's really, really
horrible.
bad. Choose your
The
opponent's
only-
bench Pokemon, switch it to the active.
The
Then
only
that's
use
it.
of it being free is to use it early, and I don't think this is the kind of attack you want to use. This is the kind of attack you want to use late game to finish, like to stall something out.
Oh, really? I think this is, oh, your turn 1 was attaching energy to your attacker. I'll give it all these things, and then Chemical Press it turn 2. Turn 3. That's how I see it. I never see it as a stall card, a stall option.
Mm. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I don't see myself ever playing this in a tournament, so...
But yeah, someone's already said it. If there wasn't Guzma, if there wasn't as well Acerola is the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah, because
People
this,
just
even
go-
though it doesn't do damage, it does 30 damage as well.
Yep. It's like, oh, bye then. Nice GX attack, bro.
Wow, this card is bad.
Yeah, really, really bad card. So easy to get around status conditions now that it's really, really bad. Crunch
So-
is also not worth it. It's
Crunch is bad, the GX is bad, but Chemical Press,
it's still 3 energy though. You could be,
10.
rainbow forcing.
10 plus 70, plus 70, plus 30 for Poison Burn, plus 30 for Choice Band. That's 210.
Yes, but you can be hexed, and you can be
Hexed.
hexed.
Yeah, no, it's still bad.
It
It's
just
still
has a really high energy cost.
Yeah,
which
yeah. If this
hurts.
was, yeah. No, I agree. I think the card looks so cool though.
210's a lot of damage to be fair, but you have to Salazzle every turn, and that's not easy.
No. Look at the card though. Just look at the card for a minute.
Oh, I love the artwork. I think it's excellent.
Sucking up those rocks.
I think the full art is actually really cool for this guy as well.
I haven't got. Yes, I have seen that fella actually. We'll get to it.
Right, Darkrai. If your friend had used the chance, 18 more damage, is ever good? No, I don't think it's
Don't
good.
think so. You need to attach too much for it to be good.
Malamar is also bad.
Rabombi.
Energy slosh. Rabombi is a piece of the puzzle.
Energy slosh.
For Gardevoir, potentially it's a piece of the puzzle. I don't think you'll always play it, but you potentially could.
I
Welcome.
can say I do not mind a 1/1 Rabombi in here, or even a 2/2.
Yeah, Rosman as well. Morning. Yeah, Ribombi. I think if we're going for a turn 1 Bridget route, I think you'll play a 1/1 Ribombi almost every time. Honey Gather. Once during a turn, you may search your deck for 2 basic energy and put them into your hand, which means you will never miss your attachment for turn, and you'll have your ability as well. So you're guaranteeing 60 damage on your side every single turn, guaranteeing you attack every single turn. Yeah, that's really, really good.
Yeah, I think the card's really good. Well, I don't think the card's I don't think the card's amazing. I think it fits into Gardevoir very well.
Fits into Guardy as the 1/1.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever need to play more than 1/1 because you'll have stretchers and the GX attack if you really need to.
Yeah.
Right, Noivern GX. Interesting card with mixed opinions, I feel.
Yeah, I think we've already discussed it on stream anyway, but for the sake of new people plus full set plus it's here, let's do it again.
So 200 HP Dragon type with Fairy weakness, which we now know is probably an issue with Guardia around.
Look at the card above it.
Potentially Guardia is the White Knight, though, to maybe keep this in check, right? This and Sylveon both absolutely poop on Noivern. But otherwise, the card is very solid. It has a free retreat cost, which is excellent. 200.
Whoa, it has free retreat.
Yeah.
Oh my, I didn't know that. I thought it had 2 retreat.
No, free retreat cost.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's a big reason for why this card is quite good.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm more sold again. I was becoming less and less sold on this card, but I'm sold again.
I mean, you can't write off item lock, I feel. Right now we have Double Dragon. We can only look forward to Worlds, right? We can't really look past any further than that. But yeah, 50 damage during your opponent's next turn. They can't play item cards. Familiar to Quaking Punch. 20 more damage now. The trade-off is that you have to use DDE rather than DCE, and you have to evolve. These are obviously awkward trade-offs. It is not something you can do on turn 1 unless you have Wally Energy Lotto.
I feel like the evolution is an awkward trade-off, but DD is literally the same as DCE, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, there's not many Toad decks that ever genuinely attach to energy.
Aquabox did. And even Straight Toad did, actually.
That was water energy. And that's true. Yeah, but you just run Darks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Distortion.
Distortion, very, very good attack. People will build around this. It's just item lock. Item lock's good.
I don't know how I feel about this card.
Marowak counters it. It does, but Marowak has seen play, I believe, in like one special winning deck from Andrew Mahone playing in Vespiquen. That's the only time I've seen that card see play. And
I'm pretty sure that was because Giratina won 2 events before, like the weekend before, right?
Yeah, that's exactly why. So yeah, bear that in mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Then we have Loud Sonic for Psychic Dark Colorless, 120, and during your next turn, your opponent can't play special energies. So speaking of Giratina, we have the potential to move into big attacks with this guy.
We've got Toad Tina in one card.
Toad Tina, warped into 1. You can KO Shamans. You can do 170 with Ban Kukui. And denying special energy is really good. Right now it's really good as well. Like, it could be even more so in the future.
Yeah.
Incredible for Mirror. Incredible against... what else have we got? Like, Vespiquen decks. Zoro decks. Zoro is actually really annoying for Noivern because they can copy this for 1 dark. And you can't really respond on it.
I'm going to say it's the Tina effect, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is always going to be a pain for decks that just run 4DC. We're seeing less of them now. I feel like we're actually at a relatively low point in the format where special energy is required. There's a few more decks. I think so, yeah. To an extent.
I mean, Vespi's just like won an event and came second. Gyarados just won an event. Decidueye is really focused on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Trampogarb, I think it's really high. I think DC's everywhere.
I don't think it's as high as it has been in the past.
I think it's just the diversity. I think it's because you're not seeing much E-Hammer at the moment, because there's too much diversity for a card that will only get value like in 30% of your games.
The biggest thing with this, though, is like Ranger is nowhere right now. Ranger is just not a card right now. And Ranger is the one card that kind of counters this. Not counters, but soft counters this.
Maybe. I think Dramper's a thing, like a problem. I think you have to play Magina in the deck.
So do you think Ranger could start seeing more play?
No, I don't think so.
Do you still think? I don't think either. I think Ranger's too slow of a card.
Yeah. I just don't like Ranger. No one likes Ranger.
Doesn't give anything.
You'd rather play like Hammers, Flare Grunts, Drampers, these sorts of things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You'd rather just play Hex Dramper, right?
Ewan is fanboying over this card. I mean, it's a fanboy worthy card. Noivern's such a cool Pokemon as well.
Yeah, it's finally been good. Its GX attack is explosive sound wave, 50 to each of your opponent's Pokemon. I think it's GX attack. It puts things in range, right? Which is cool.
Yeah, but it means that you don't need Choice Band Kukui for one shots on Lele's and stuff.
I think the biggest reason you won't use the GX attack is just because
the other two attacks are better.
Yeah, you're breaking the lock. In whatever lock you've established, you've broken your own lock, which is really bad. So
only if you're winning the game through the GX attack by them running out of the active and hiding, I think you ever use it. It's good that it's the same cost though.
Yeah.
It means that, I mean, I say it's good for the card that it's the same cost. I'd play Ranger just to piss Dragonair players off. I'm looking at you, Benji. That's just rude.
Yeah, someone made a good point that we do have a 60 HP Noibat. The one that we got in the set is colourless and it's only 50 HP. It's down there somewhere. So
nice.
Yeah.
What were they thinking printing this card, says James the Magician? I don't actually think the card is as much of a problem as people think.
I think it's easily countered by a deck that will already be very good. And I think this struggles compared to Toad. I think it really does. It doesn't have as much space in the list. It is less consistent at getting the lockup established.
Especially early game. I don't think the card's going to be that much of an issue when DD rotates as well.
Yeah, obviously. We have things like Lele that can just fight it even without items. We have Vulpix. Vulpix tanks a hit against this card, so it gets 2 beacons off. I feel like decks can still set up against it, so I'm not worried about this card.
I think it will be potentially a deck, but I don't think it's...
It'll definitely see play. I don't think it's as pulverizing as Toad was.
No. Oh, I remember when Toad was released and people were unsure whether it was going to be a good card.
Right. Meowth is bad. Persian bad.
Surely DDE is set for a reprint though. I don't think they'll reprint DDE.
Who knows? Who knows? It was kind of like, I don't know if they want to set precedent or just be like, okay, everyone, back to dragons, just using whatever energy.
Yeah. What set was it? It was Roaring Skies, right? Yeah. I think we'll maybe see it one day, but I don't think it's the kind... They haven't really released energy in this block yet. They haven't released any new special energy. And I feel like they release it in blocks. In like the XY block, it was the special energy craze where each type had a special energy, and Dragon got theirs midway through, and it was cool. But we've just had reprints of standard energy so far, like DCE and Rainbow. So I feel personally a DD reprint would be really out of place if we saw it in this set or the next.
If it's knocked out.
I don't know.
Give me evils. It's terrible. Booflant is also bad. Noibat is... This is not the one you'll play. Rotom Dex Poker Finder mode is a bad card.
Yep.
The artwork's actually really cool. It's got like the in-game artwork of Pikachu. I didn't even know if that was allowed because it's Game Freak copyrights and not Creatures Inc. Interesting. Okay, look at the top 4 cards of your sorry.
I'm going to say I think they're slightly related anyway. But yeah anyway, Karen.
Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put them back on top of your deck in any order you like, or shuffle them back into your deck. You will never play this card, ever. Ever. Don't ever play this card, please. Muscle Dumbbells is a tool, and the stage 1 it's attached to increases their HP by 40. It's a good buff. It's a good buff of HP, but as we've seen with fighting Fury Belt, just exiting the format because of Field Blower.
Yeah.
So too, Muscle Dumbbells will be even worse than that. Choice Band's too important. And yeah.
I think Choice Band's too good of a card for you to play over it anyway. A lot of the time.
Yeah, people are saying like put it on Noivern when they can't blower it off. But at the same time, I think a lot of the time you want to ramp damage instead of dumbbells. unless you're going super heavy scoop up focus,
Damage instead of dumbbells.
Which could be the way you go. Maybe you play like 3 dumbbells so that you're out of range of everything. You like Decidueye HP, and then you're just hitting 50 a turn. It puts a lot more stress on you hitting scoop ups though, and hitting Acerolas. Maybe it's fine for exactly Noivern, but maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kiawe.
Kiawe, search your deck for 4 fire energy, and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Shuffle your deck, your turn ends. So energy from deck is excellent.
Yes.
It's deck thinning. You've guaranteed it. So that's really good. The things you want to attach this to, I would argue not even Volcanion, unless you're going first. If you're going first, you have to find a way to find multiple Pokemon without using your supporter. So maybe you're playing like a Brooklet Hill build, and your turn 1 is 4 energy onto Turtonator, or 4 onto Volcanion EX, which sounds fine. But I don't think it's...
I know Volk plays a lot of energy, but I'd still feel awkward about overcommitting to a Volk, even by 1 energy.
Yeah. It could even just be used to, like... I don't know. I don't feel it's even that strong for Volk, because Volk is so good at using Baby Volk, especially right now. How we saw Azul's list, where he's not even playing elixirs. He's just going, I want a Power Heater for the first 3 turns of the game.
As weird as it is, I don't actually think this card's that amazing.
No, I don't think it's that good. Ending your turn is really bad. You have 0 pressure.
You only ever want to do this turn 1.
Yeah.
And that's when you're going first.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, I just don't think it's good enough. So when like Facebook blew up when we saw this card, I was like, I felt very skeptical.
Is this the card, Jack, that we use for Quad Lele? This is our turn 1 supporter. And then we just have DC support and elixirs.
No.
Agreed. Okay.
Good.
Plumeria. Discard 2 cards from your hand in order to play this card. Discard a card attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So it is Crushing Hammer that's flipped heads. But you have to pay 2.
You've paid 2 cards.
And it's your supporter. Is this good?
I'm not going to count it out because it's energy denial. And, you know, in energy denial decks, this kind of card will always see play. It's really, really strong if you knock off a DCU on the bench and then take a knockout as well. Because that's essentially, say, knocking off 3 energy. Maybe you've got DC attach, and then your opponent's got energy on the bench. So it's potentially taking 3 energy out in 1 turn, whereas something like a Flare Grunt wouldn't be doing anything because you're going to be taking the knockout anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually don't think the card is awful, but paying 2 cards for a guaranteed discard is expensive.
Yeah, really expensive. That's the way you described it is the only way the card sees play, really. I think it may be like the one of in the Sylveon type decks, but the discard is very, very painful.
Hmm.
Can't you discard a tool?
No, it's discard 1 energy.
So. Yeah, it's just an energy.
Oh, Bulls. Thank you for joining us. Love the stream, love the YouTube content. Keep up the great work. We appreciate that.
Cheers, man. Okay, so yeah, the niche one-of that will be in some decks. I can see it being important against some archetypes, though. Like against the Drampagarb, take a KO, get rid of the energy on the bench. They have no response.
Ever want to like write this off, because things like Team Skullgrunt, I was like, oh yeah, this card's probably not that good. And it turns out it's actually alright. So I think the card in Energy Denial decks is actually decent, because a lot of the time in Energy Denial decks as well, you're going to have a lot of dead cards. It's going to be like, you just want to find your hammers, you just want to find your disruption supporters, so you know, you can get rid of some of these other cards in your hand that you're not going to be using.
But almost definitely too niche for your average deck. You're not going to be shoving in Plumeria. Okay.
I don't think so.
Mounts Lanakila? Sure. The retreat cost of each player's basic Pokemon is increased by 1. So it's Aqua base, right? Is it Aqua base?
Slightly worse.
Slightly worse than Aqua base.
Aqua base is 2, and it's all non-aquas. This is 1, but it's
No, Aqua base is just 1 as well.
Is it? I'm sure Aqua base is 2.
Nah, it's just 1.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, worse or better than that card?
Worse, because there's more non-aquas than there are basics, but I think a lot of the time they're going to be pretty similar cards.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving more towards an evolution format. Oh, let me add Luke in as well. Moving more towards an evolution format, so it probably gets worse as time goes on. And I don't think it's good enough to see play now, so it's probably not good enough to ever really see play too much.
Yeah, and again, blow as a factor, stuff like that. Mark saying meta-relevant cards. When's that card been relevant? Oh my god, Luke's just joined himself into the call. How's he done that?
No, I added him.
Oh, okay. Well, anyone could just pop in. Is he there?
Hello.
Alright, mate.
Hello.
Hello.
Finish work.
Joe,
Yep.
questioned
Fun.
Mark's meta-relevant cards. I'm questioning the professional Pokemon players part.
It used to be in Totina. I know, I played it. That's why I said it right. That's why I said what it did. But anyway.
I never played it in Totina, so that's why I didn't know.
What card's this?
Aqua base.
Anyway. Right.
There's already been a gross sound from Luke. Just the.
Yep.
He's here. Right, let's look at this map.
Yeah, so I'm a bit late, guys. The NHS and sick people don't let me get home on time. Damn you, sick people.
Okay.
Very good. You've actually just missed our set review.
Oh.
You get to see some gold dumbbells.
You'll have to check it out on YouTube. Hey.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Yeah, gold dumbbells and gold ropes. Cool.
Gold dumbbells, that is very unnecessary.
Yeah. No one's happy to pull that card. That's the troll of the gold.
I haven't seen some of these. What does them up to?
I can't be bothered to go through it all.
That
You're
good.
Literally half an hour late.
Literally, you missed the whole thing.
You got here and we're talking about the gold fire energy. Yeah, gold fire energy. Yeah.
Alright,
I'll be honest. Although the card's terrible, they look awesome.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
I must
dear
have found the
me.
deck they're working just for that.
Just to use them.
Yeah.
Gold
Ooh,
dumbbell.
more gold.
Is there gold fairy in the set? Yeah, there's a gold fairy energy in the set as well.
Yeah, gold fairy's in the other half. I must have gone
Is
past
indeed.
it too early.
I'm just hyped for Gardevoir.
Yeah.
It's
That
good.
card's so good.
Do you feel? I didn't feel it was a card that you'd like. I guess it does have the same attack as Mewtwo, which you liked for a while.
I played that in every single one of my decks apart from one in my first 2.5 years.
No, I mean the Mega
Mewtwo
as
EX.
well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a solid card. Its chase attack is interesting as well. With the chase attack, you can play it different ways.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You can go aggressive, you can go energy denial, and recycle, and
All
yeah,
sorts.
it's super interesting.
Absolute all sorts. Yeah, real good card. I think it's my favourite card from what we've seen in the set.
The damage can ramp up quick as well.
Mm. Potential for worlds. Potential worlds deck.
Possibly.
Oh.
Only concern is things like Megos are still floating around, and that's got to be an auto loss.
Yeah, I'd have thought so.
I can't see a win condition.
Alrighty, let's play some Zoro Umbreon. Ooh, we're up against Vika Bulu. We gotta find ourselves Zoro Break ASAP Rocky.
Are you going first? Or not? Alright.
Yeah, I'm going first.
Always interesting. So how's the testing gone tonight?
What have we been testing, Joe?
Testing a bit of Gengar Coco, mate.
Oh, you're not. We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, well,
See, there you go, Jack. I told you. Where is Ben still listening? I hope he's listening.
that same night, Luke, Ben then messaged me saying, "Jack, what's wrong with Gengar right now?"
And Ben didn't believe me that I was talking.
So I naturally said, "Joe, what's wrong with Gengar right now?" And he just told me that he was like, "Me and Luke have just been talking about this.
Yeah.
What is wrong with it right now?"
It's not very nice, Mark. Luke is going to ruin some people's day one world experience with his clown decks. Yeah, Joe's got his invite.
Of course I have.
Blazing God.
Yes, I bloody have. I had it for ages. I had it back in like January, I think.
Yeah, but we didn't know this. We didn't know that then.
Lies.
You knew they were going to... Wait, is that... Did you know all along?
No.
Did Joe admit to knowing all along?
No. I just got lucky.
No, he knew, confirmed.
Insider confirmed. Oh, Azul's here.
What up?
Well, they didn't like that setup, obviously.
Yeah.
Someone said no more meme stream. Rip.
Joe knew. Illuminati. Did some dodgy
deals.
Sounds about right. Joe's the reason why the point structure is like I don't fancy this 500 malarkey. Drop it down a bit.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you could have told me.
I'd love to take credit for that because I'd be a man of the people at this point.
But no.
But no.
I need to think of a clown deck for League Challenge this weekend.
League Challenge?
League Cup, whatever.
Mawile Delmies.
Where are you off to, Luke? You going Loughborough?
Loughborough, yeah. Yeah, thingy.
Seems
I'd
good.
rather go Loughborough when Reading's a bit further.
Yeah.
A bit further stream. It's Reading Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's on Saturday? Some on Saturday, isn't there?
Cardiff.
Yeah, Cardiff. Okay, let's go for these plays. Sylveon Gardevoir.
Mike tells me about my clown decks, and he's talking about Sylveon Gardevoir.
Yep, that's the one.
Triggered. Triggered.
Wow, they elixired pre-hooper. Tut tut tut.
Ooh. Ordering.
Ordering, guys. Come on. Come on.
Someone said play ninja. Do it.
Show the Umbreon list? Sure, I'll show Umbreon after this. I will indeed show off a list. Choosing to play Umbreon Zoro rather than Zoro Drampa because I didn't find Drampa was working out too great for me. And I think there's a lot of value from Flareon and Vaporeon right now. Volcanion coming back, Decidueye, Metagross, Lurantis. These are all things that I'd like to have answers for. Even to an extent, Ninetales gets improved if you play Vaporeon, because then you can benefit from their rough seas. Which is jokes.
Mark's getting triggered by this player. That's a very good point. Jack still hasn't played Mawile Delmies.
Yeah. It's a cup this weekend, isn't there, Jack?
I don't know that I'm going, so I don't know what I can say.
You bet that deck is another one of Logan's. I don't understand. Did I see Jordan's list from first place Australia regionals? Do you fellas have any thoughts on No Plume becoming increasingly popular? I really like just straight Decidueye Ninetales. I really like the archetype. Jordan's list was weird. It didn't play It played Delinquent and didn't play Bridget, which made me super sad. And it didn't play Trainer's Mail. And it played one Lysander for VS Seeker. There's a lot.
I think I have seen this list. Yeah.
There's a lot of counts I didn't agree with. My list is way more aggro than his, and personally, like, I'm just sold on my own list. So, like, I just think my list is so far the best way I've played the deck. So when I saw such drastic differences, I was like, well, this isn't as good as my list. It's probably a bit big-headed of me, but I feel that his list was, I don't know, it just didn't feel as consistent. It didn't look as consistent as mine. It looked a lot more greedy. But it's good to see that the archetype's doing well, because I really like the archetype.
Yeah, you guys should have seen Joe's reaction when he saw the list.
Yeah.
I was stood next to him. He was not a happy bunny.
Was that a relatively calm reaction just then, compared to what it was when he saw the list in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clown emojis all over the shop.
Oh, yeah. No Trainer's Mail? What?
I can see it now.
He didn't play Trainer's Mail or Level Ball. I don't understand how he's set up, to be honest. Ugh.
You need to set up. You need to set up.
Like, if he's not playing Mail, I think he only played 2 Level Ball. Maybe he played 2, right? I can't remember. But with no...
Whoa, just a cool mind jack for 500.
Yeah. As you do. He played 2 Level Ball? Okay. 2 Level Ball is just so low.
I'm still not happy.
And you're not playing Mail, so you're not hitting Forest. And I literally said in the comments of Facebook, like, oh, no Bridget. I did a crying emoji. And he was like, yeah, I just set up every game anyway, so I just felt it was fine. I was like, don't lie to me, boy. Yeah. Don't you lie to me. Because I think the way...
Bridget, you draw 4 basics off of the mulligan, right?
The reason why I like non-plume build right now is because you're trading it off for speed, and a lot of the time I'm getting that third Decidueye out by turn 2 or 3, like a lot, because my list is greedy AF, and it's just playing as many Mails and Level Balls as possible, right? So I feel his deck just has so little tempo that it should get outvalued overall. I just, I can't talk about it anymore. It's too upsetting. It's a delicate time for me. Joe 2017, don't lie to me, boy. Oh dear.
I actually played was it Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan at Worlds. That was a cool game, really nice guy.
Yeah, he's a lovely fella. I've met him in when he came to London. Nothing against him.
Don't lie to me, boy.
Obviously, but also Joe 2017, I needed to play for Energy Lotto. I have some conflicting criteria in my quote book.
Did that person just not attach it? Steam? Oh no, he got it. What?
What? The greed, not being punished. Yeah.
Oh, I was scummed over by a greedy Volk player earlier on. Volk players are so greedy, and they always hit their outs. It's horrible.
Okay. Why not evolve the break there? Because I want to keep stage 1 weakness with Vaporeon.
What support did you play then? My TV just skipped.
I Sycamored.
Oh, whiff.
Yeah, the break doesn't help me. It means I lose my weakness. Glad to have him as your ace trainer partner. I've seen lists I really like, but from him. And I've seen him talk about the game, and I do like his theory a lot of the time, but I don't know what level of testing or what he was testing against to get to that list. It just doesn't make sense to me. I can see Delinquent scumming people, but I think Decidueye wins the game by building the bigger board than the opponent. So you just want to make sure that that happens as much as possible. Chaslem, yeah. I did indeed attend Birmingham. I was commentating. Jack was playing, and so was Luke, who's also in the chat. And I'm actually going to be attending Liverpool to play as well. So hopefully you'll get a chance to see me there.
Oh.
Gross.
Gross.
What? Me playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to set up a second, guys.
I'm actually going to put some time and effort into testing and building for Liverpool.
What a clown.
Don't lie to me, boy.
What a clown.
Joe, Oricoro or Karen in Metagross? I'd play Karen because I don't. My current list doesn't play Rescue Stretcher, so Karen's the one slot that is Pokemon Recovery and Vespi counter, whereas Oricorio is an extra slot being spent. So yeah.
So there.
What were your final results? Jack made top 32. Luke, where did you go? How did you finish?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah. Was that 80th? 85th or something?
Yeah, that is terrible.
Very good, very good.
Did scoot my last round though.
So did I. Still made top 32, pal.
Alright, mate. Bless of that.
Oh,
Settle
buddy,
down.
old pal.
Settle down.
Settle down, children. Alright, we're totally gonna get artillery from our prizes. So let's do this.
I didn't play Zygarde. I should have.
Would you have had a better day?
No, I've played a few grass decks.
Out of there.
So
The
bad.
round one was Lurantis.
Good, very good. Cardiff League Cup on Saturday. Which Decidueye variant should have played? Desi Plume or Desi Ninetales or something else? I think Desi Tails is one of the best decks in format right now. So I personally would say Desi Tails. Desi Plume can scum people out of games, like just setting up Plume turn 1. But I think Desi Tails is real good.
My stream is jumping backwards and forwards. Joe got that Remoraid out of his deck about 4 times. He just jumped back.
He's just deciding whether he wants it or not.
Sick plays from me.
Oh my goodness me, I've drawn the nuts. Turn 1 Decidueye. Let's go. I don't think it's a stream that jumps around, Luke. You're just drunk again.
What are you implying?
Again.
Hey, you are more drunk than me, I reckon.
How could you know you were drunk?
My drunk self told me so.
Well done. Why do I need weakness when Mindjack is doing 250? Lol. Well, at the time I only had 1 Dark Energy attached, so I could only copy their attack for 100. So that's kind of why.
Did you guys think about playing Marshadow and Darkrai for the mirror if Darkrai is going to be a contender? Yeah, we think that's one of the biggest uses for Marshadow will be on release.
Don't like it.
Don't like it? What?
No.
What?
Not too frail.
Too squishy, yeah.
Have you updated your Desi-Tails list, Jack? The list I'm running at the moment is the one on Facebook, minus a 1/1 Ninetales, +1 VS Seeker, +1 Sycamore.
Like with that, what is it called?
Marshadow.
Marshadow. Like, even if I was playing an aggro Drampa deck, I would feel confident against that deck for focusing on that.
Yeah, I mean, you're both trading one-hit KOs, right?
Yeah, well, it all depends. How's
Whoa,
Marshadow doing it?
why was he attaching extra energy here? What? Why, though?
But why?
I think I thought of would be cool would be like a Marshadow Donk deck for things that are weak to fighting if it got popular. But that's just super niche. With what's it called? Latios. Latios banned double Regirock, 1-hit KOs, a 180 HP fighting weak, turn 1.
Only you would know that.
Yeah.
To be fair, it does push Latios up a lot more in terms of like even non-EXs with Regirocks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Latios is the only real niche thing I can think about at the minute, but it's so very niche. I mean, the thing is, if you play Kukui and stuff, you need to play quite a draw-heavy version, because against Garb, you could get a couple of Regirocks down. Kukui, kill Trubbish. Easy enough to kill there.
How do I not have Lysander in this discard pile? God's sake. I think we've lost this game. Which is really sad. No, this is definitely not the cards I want. We want Lysander. No, not even Lysander, because this turn we can't use it. We want this for our next Zoro. I don't even know what I want here.
Did you play Escape Rope?
No.
Oh. Not you really ever would in a Zoroark deck, but
What do I even want in?
never mind.
I don't even know what I want here. Hand is so bad. I mean, just not having Lysander this turn is so bad. Lysander next turn is never necessary. Maybe just thin cards. Am I actually taking this just a thin cards? This is just so bad.
Do you not have End or Hex there? Well, Hex is doing nothing.
Hex does nothing for me. And when he already has 2 Volcanians set up.
Yeah, just his win condition. It's obviously killing your GX to try and get Lysander out of the way.
I guess.
Play Stadium in this.
No. Cool. That could have gone better.
Yes, and there's a valid point. You could have hexed and evolved into the break next turn.
But I wasn't dealing a knockout if I broke evolve that turn.
Still Mind Jack.
What, do 100?
What? There's 7 on the bench.
No. Oh, right. No, because I evolved that Zoro that turn.
Okay.
I would have had to have attached my second Dark. Could have been done, actually.
You can still do that next turn.
No, because he kills it.
Oh, you conceded.
Yeah, I did just do that.
All the abuse.
I mean, he was able to steam up on Baby Volks 4 times, twice in a row. So that's really, really good.
Yeah, weakness policy. I think with Field Burner Flow format, one of weakness policy is never going to get you real value.
No. Don't play
it's
weakness
just
policy. It was bad before tool removal, so I wouldn't play it now.
Yeah. what are your thoughts on Volk at the moment? Where it stands?
Very average. I wouldn't play like I just don't like the deck. Period. At the moment, I think evolutions are being put into decks because it, and like Vaporeon's going back into lists now. I don't think many people play Gyarados or Greninja, but I do still think that there'll be Ninetales, which isn't that bad for the deck, but I don't think it's a good matchup. I don't think it has a good Vika Bulu. Don't think it has a good Zoroark, despite what's just happened. I don't even know what went wrong that game. I'm gonna have to look back at that game and see what went wrong. I think just lack of Lysander.
You missed the knockout. You got an extra turn of attacking with a baby.
Yeah.
That's what hurt.
Oh yeah, we missed the energy drop. And that hurt, yeah. Okay. So we want to acid spray this turn with our Gardevoir. So we will do this.
Yeah, I mean it works. It stays on the Groudon, but let's be honest, if you're playing Groudon.
Hey, you watch what you're saying about Groudon.
I did suggest this the other day. I said, is it bad? And Joe turned around to me at the front door and said, yes, it is.
Yes. Stop thinking about it, Luke.
Damn it, game.
I feel the closest we've been to Groudon was just before London.
I really need to take a piss as well. Ugh.
Lovely.
PG's Dream Boys and Girls. Nah, it's 11:45. It's probably not PG anymore. So I'm playing against Tapu Koko Honchkrow right now. I'm a little bit scared.
Why did Joe attach the DC to Garb? Going for acid spray?
Acid spray value?
Wait, no. What's the new Garb second attack? Is it acid spray?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's acid spray if anything, but it's just whether it's acid spray or not. I know Luke doesn't know what Gardevoir does. Let's watch him time it.
Okay, are we dead?
Hashtag Beedle.
Have we lost?
Jack, reckon I could grab a game against you? Yeah, let me finish this game that I'm in at the moment and then feel free. What's your name, Sean? Right, that's not good.
Top decks the energy. I know what Gardevoir does, Mark. Oh, I just don't know the second attack. 100%.
It's kind of a big part of the card.
Terrible part of the card.
Not at all. It's a decent attack.
God. So easily triggered.
How can you not know it? It's like the best card in format.
Well, I said it. I just wasn't 100%. If it was actually acid spray. Don't know how much damage it does, but is it 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. On the ball.
On the ball with the best attacker in format right now. Knows it all.
couldn't tell you what that lightning thing on his bench is, though.
It's Tapu Koko, mate.
Another quite good card.
It's
I'm
the
not
other.
glasses
It's the,
on. I just see something yellow.
it's the other artwork. To be fair, we'll give him that one, guys.
It looks like it's got a green background.
It has.
Through me.
It's tree line.
Oh, your friend's brother. Fair enough. Welcome, welcome.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh, I have a beetle.
Beetle. I'm being bopped by Honchcrow, Joe.
Bop.
Whoa, he got rid of a Vulpix. Interesting.
Whoa.
Whoa there, friend. Oh, teammates. That's a very good card.
Very good.
What's going on here? What are these noises I can hear? Luke?
There's some movement. Someone's having a cigarette.
Maybe. Joe knows the sounds my house makes too well.
I'm just waiting for the claws on the ankles from Mango.
Oh, he's looking like he's done something wrong. Oh no, there's a massive spider on the wall and I think he's after it.
Oh.
Good lord, that is huge.
Good lord.
He is ready to pounce.
Big boy.
What's that, Mango?
Mango's adorable.
Mango stream is the best complexity stream by far.
I haven't
Just
seen
annoying to
Mango
Mal on stream.
yet.
It's great.
Good lord. That is one of the biggest spiders I've ever seen in a house.
One of the biggest spiders you've ever seen in a house.
In a house.
Not just out of a house, but in a house.
Yeah. In a house.
Did you actually, Jack?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I thought you just did that, Jack. I thought that was you impersonating it. I thought you heard it and then copied it. Oh my god, game! What the hell? I'm done. I'm done here.
Oh, it's moving, Mango. It's moving.
Nah, Mark, it was only because it was early in the stream. We're past like 10 o'clock now. You good?
2,
Watershed.
4, 6.
Exactly. I'm gonna lose this game.
Can you hear him?
Yes.
He wants his spider bad.
He's going mental for it. Someone wanted the Umbreon Zoro list and I forgot to do it, so let's do that.
Luke 2017. There's a spider on the wall and good god, it's huge. Good god, it's huge.
That spider falls. Mango is having some food.
Mango's the best complexity member.
If he actually went to tournaments, he'd be on the most CP. Forget about Dow and his Gyarados shenanigans.
Forget that.
Cats eat fish.
Mango and his Incineroar shenanigans.
Right, what time is it? Oh, we have 5 minutes. Darkrai. That's a quick.
It doesn't
bet.
feel that late because I got back from work so late. Feels like it's about 10 o'clock.
Not for me. I'm knackered.
Sean, if you wanted a game, do you want to add me on PTGA?
I'm knackered today.
Did you want to play against Decitails or just against anything, and you play Decitails?
Don't know if it's been brought up, but congratulations, Jack, on getting into a relationship.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much, Luke.
That's okay.
What's your username? Team OmniPoke. It was mentioned by Mark and Alex a little bit earlier on.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was Darwin here for a bit, was he?
Yeah. And there was also an imposter, which was quite
in the
entertaining.
chat. Oh, there was also Alex Dow. Alex. We asked Dow if he wanted to be in the Skype call, and he just said add Alex.
Instead. The real pro.
Okay, we're up against
Request.
Growlithe.
Growlithe?
That's right, Jack.
Wobbuffet.
You heard me. Yep. That's the one.
Growlithe?
That's the one.
What's the Arcanine do again?
No, you don't play Arcanine.
No, Jack. Do you even know?
Growlithe.
Do you even know how to play Pokemon? Good.
Wow.
God. I don't know what Growlithe does. Just get out.
That's an interesting board.
You have a good deck.
How much do you pay her, Jack? That's savage. There's no need.
Wow.
No need.
I can't even see Jack right now.
No need for that. Oh boy, hind kick.
Rosman.
Rinsed by Rosman.
What is it, Mango?
I should probably play Shaman in this deck.
Is he still going for that spider?
Yeah.
I can hear him. He's loving it.
Spider's like literally on top of the top part of the wall. So Mango
Literally on
can't get
top of
near
the
him.
top part of the wall.
Mango's going mad at it.
He loves it.
I will
Trying
find
so
you.
hard.
I will get you. Oh, why is Overlele prized?
Oh, he's an entertainer, isn't he, Mango?
He is. He's one for the fans. Oh, so gutted. I haven't been work Monday or Tuesday this week. Monday, they sent an email out saying the ambulance service have been given 250 tickets to Robbie Williams for free. Who wants one?
Gutted. Your mate was going to that as well, wasn't she?
Yeah. But I was off, so I didn't get the email until after it was for yesterday. I was off yesterday as well. Everyone loves free tickets, right?
Wow, have you seen Mad Captain's huge message, Joe?
Yeah.
Are you just ignoring that one?
It all makes sense now, huh? So, the truth's finally come out.
Dark Integral V2.
Our win rate was respectable with Gengar.
I'm not forgetting about that. I reckon there's something there.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I'd like to think there's something there, because Gengar's cool.
Gengar is cool. Right, that's actually not quite slap bang 10, 12. But we're pretty much there, and I'll ramble for a minute to fulfill my contractual obligations.
There you go, it's 12 o'clock, see you later, bye.
Woo, bye! No. Just stay here, guys, for another 30 seconds, and we're gone! No,
See you next week.
what did we learn today? we looked at the new cards. We learnt that Team Scoop deck. Actually, we completely changed the deck. I need to start testing this build now. Oh Christ!
Team Scoop.
Team Scoop didn't work. It was just Gengar Coco, but we changed it to Gengar Espeon GX. Probably better. Probably. What else did we test? We tested a little bit of Zoroark. Did okay. I'm not fully on board with Zoroark yet. Some of the other guard builds were doing very average as well. But most of the time was spent chatting about the set, to be fair. But yeah, right now, where I'm at for Indie, I think Ninetales Decidueye is currently my banker. That's in the bank. I've tested a lot with the deck. I think it's my banker. It's the one that if I can't find anything in the next 3 weeks, I'll play that deck.
Provided you don't get your Gengars, right?
I have plenty of Gengars, don't worry.
Oh lord.
That's there. That's in the back of my mind. But I'm obviously going to be testing loads of weird ideas and other good decks next week. So
featuring some good decks.
Featuring maybe some good decks.
Small possibility.
This week on Friday I'm doing a Volk video, which, I mean, look at the list, don't look at the gameplay, because I'm really bad at playing Volk. And this weekend I'll be doing a Vespiquen discussion video, similar to how we did a Gardevoir discussion. I'm doing the same for Vespi, so that should be a good video, at least. Maybe it won't be Volk on Friday. Maybe it'll be Gallade Octillery. I haven't decided yet. It'll be one of those two.
Scared of the Volk.
I do just not like playing Volk, so who knows? We'll see if I grit my teeth or not.
You can do it, I believe.
But yeah, that'll be it. Cheers, Luke, for popping in at the end.
No problem.
Jack, as always. Cheers for watching, guys. We'll be back same time next week. So have a good one.
See you guys.
Yeah, see you later, everybody.